Starting soon. Hello! Hello and welcome to Pathfinder Saturdays. It's Saturday and we're playing Pathfinder. That's the only reason it's called that. It could be on Sunday sometimes. Who knows? I'm the Cow Dinosaur. I'm the DM of this thing. And I have all of my favorite players with me. We have the Grass Skull.
Yay.
We have Mr. Zeg.
Hello.
Hello. We have Mr. Mongoose.
Hello.
Hello. And Soul Knife is here.
I sneezed.
Oh no. And certainly not last but not least, Sarti Fart Blast is here as well.
I knew I was your favorite.
How's everyone doing today? You just happen to be at the bottom of the list today. I went from top to bottom. I went from top to bottom. There were no favorites here. How's everyone doing? Are we all good? We feeling happy and ready to play some Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Apart from the sneezing I hear going on in the background.
Everyone's a little allergic to adventure. Someone's allergic, but that's okay. We'll get over it. We'll pop a Benadryl and we'll continue on. How did everyone feel about session 1? It was kind of a short one because we started session 0 last time we played and then went into a short session 1. How does everyone feel about that?
All right.
We're in danger.
Think you're in danger? You are a little bit in danger. We'll get into that shortly. We'll do a little recap here of the last things that happened last time. But yeah, is everyone feeling comfortable, starting to feel a little more comfortable with Pathfinder 2nd edition?
No.
We're going to get you a little more comfortable this session. This session is going to be a nice, long, heavy session with lots of combat, some puzzles, some other stuff. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be good. So good.
That's
Good.
what my personal trainer says about the gym sessions.
That's I've heard that. That's usually what they're gonna say to keep you working. All right, everyone. Okay, well, I think it's about time for a little bit of a recap. How's everyone feel about that? All right, so last time on Menace under Otari, our party met each other in front of the local fishery. We have Seleucos, a lizard man cleric of Sarenrae, Bob, a hobgoblin fighter for hire, Zeke, a mysterious human summoner, QW Heartbone, a goblin alchemist, and Phil the Short, a heavily disguised and heavily disfigured rogue. 4 of the 5 of them had received a letter from Tamily Tanderville imploring them to help with a problem of hers. Bob had ended his previous night passed out under Tamily's front door, randomly. Something has broken into the basement of the Otari fishery and has been breaking into Tamily's stores of fish. People are worried that whatever is doing this might move on to people next. With the town guard otherwise occupied, Tamily took it upon herself to send out a letter offering 10 gold to anyone who would come help aid in this endeavor. The party began talking among themselves, and we learned some of them know each other. Seleucos had tended to Bob's sexual wounds at one point or another. Meanwhile, Phil and Heartbone seemed to know each other and even showed up together for this job. Tamily came out and greeted them, imploring them to begin right away by heading into the basement to have a look. Once in the basement, the party was faced with a broken-into storeroom and fish all over the ground. Bob took an opportunity to eat some breakfast off the floor. Zeke summoned forth his Eidolon, an ethereal elven warrior lady named Misha. Heartbone had an immediate fascination with Misha, wanting to collect some of her ectoplasm, if at all possible. She turns out to be a woman of few words, merely telling Heartbone no, and to tell the disgusting creature to get away from her. After a bit of investigation, chittering and scratching noises could be heard from the dark hole on the wall of the basement, and the party was beset upon by a group of large rats. Phil the Short proved to be an effective killer, swiftly dispatching several rats, while the rest of the party helped clear out the others. The party managed to best these foul beasties, but with only a little damage, before moving deeper into the dank, dark hole. After making their way past a small cliffside, with a minor amount of trouble, they entered a large, heavily webbed chamber and began to look around. QW Heartbone decided that he would clear out some of this webbing using some of his alchemical fire, and thus lobbed a vial of it into the center of the room. This had the intended effect of burning away the webs in a large area of the room, but also awoke a huge spider from its lair, which proceeded to attack the party. This fight went similarly well, and they were able to quickly overcome their foe, finishing it off with a void blast from Zeke. Bob managed to get himself bit rather badly by the spider and had to be tended to by Seleucos, who quickly showed his value by immediately tending to Bob's wounds perfectly. After looting the spider's lair, they found mostly kobold corpses, but one did have some items, including a short sword with a small emerald in the pommel and a healing potion, which was handed to Zeke. The party then moved forward into the tunnels, encountering two paths. One was blocked by a makeshift barricade, while the other led into darkness. The party split up a bit, with Zeke, Misha, and Phil scouting ahead in the darkness, and Seleucos, Bob, and Heartbone working on dismantling the barricade, which they eventually were able to do, albeit loudly. They started to hear clattering noises from down the tunnel beyond the barricade, along with some loud crashes. Bob, Seleucos, and Heartbone all got ready for a scrap. Zeke's party found a large, ancient door that led to a shrine with a large silver bowl with water in it. The Zeke looked at the bowl with magical senses, detecting that the bowl was emanating a magical aura. Beyond the shrine was a stone statue of a giant squid. Zeke was able to identify this as a shrine to Gozra, god of the sea and nature. The entire room was covered in scum except for the bowl, which contained clear water. Zeke took the bowl, thus ending the magical effect, and then started to leave the shrine. As that happened, Seleucos, Heartbone, and Bob were finally greeted with what they feared most: the undead, shambling their way. And then the GM left it on a cliffy. And here we are. How's that for a recap? Everyone feel caught up?
My caps are red.
Your caps feel red?
I
Excellent.
hadn't considered until that recap that Seleucos could be considered as having delivered sexual healing to Bob.
Yeah. When you get that feeling, you need sexual healing. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. So we pick up where that recap ends. There is several skeletons appear to be shambling down this tunnel towards the party. Meanwhile, the rest of the party is down here at the shrine. And we are going to start by rolling for initiative. So let me get you all in combat here. Combat. Alright, and we are just gonna do one for these guys. Yeah, feel free to roll your initiatives if you don't remember how. You either go into your character sheet and roll it on the left. It'll more normally be your perception and such.
So, Cal, the game is paused.
Yes, it is. That
So it
means
does
you
not
can't
have
move.
us in an encounter yet. Exactly.
Right. Okay. It did have you all in the encounter. You could have gone to the combat to roll it, but I think someone was rolling it already.
It's telling me that it is not in combat.
Really?
There's no active encounter in the scene.
Well, yeah, but you should still be able to. If you go to the encounters tab up in the upper right, so it's next to chat messages, you can see there is an encounter. It's just not yet started.
As far as my side is concerned, it
Really?
says no encounter.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what's going on with you. Let me see. You're in the
Oh, it's a good
combat.
question.
I show you in the combat. I show all of you in the combat. What?
Here, let's see what
is
happens
going
when I
on?
roll my initiative.
Yeah, try and roll it.
Well, I definitely rolled a die.
It rolled, yeah, but it didn't actually roll. Maybe if I do this. All right.
Oh,
Now try.
I actually clicked the wrong thing.
Oh.
But it won't let me roll because it doesn't think there's an active encounter. I'm just
Well,
gonna.
now
leave
there.
and come back
I was about to say now there certainly is an active encounter. I began the encounter. So let's. Graskell, are you able to roll yours?
No, I'm getting the same thing where. So I'm in the options. I've clicked which one I want to use.
Oh,
for
you
the
know what?
initiative.
I think I
World.
know. I think I know what the problem is. I'm
It
sorry.
wasn't.
It's because I didn't have you guys on the map. You were still on the splash, and you didn't navigate
Oh,
to the
hey.
map yourself. So, my
Hey,
bad.
that looks like it's working, and actually did not pick up my initiative when I rolled it before, but it was an 8.
No.
I don't know if you can manually throw
I
that in there.
I can. Yeah, just roll it, and I can change it.
I'm not super happy about the 8, but I'll take it.
Well, roll it
because that's
again.
what I
If it
rolled.
ends up being better, then we'll just leave it. And if it ends up being worse, then we'll make it 8.
That does seem fair.
That seems fair, right?
Oh.
Hey, there we go.
Zeg's up there. There you go. We'll leave that. That's totally fine. Misha acts on Zeke's turn.
Yeah.
All right, Zeke, are you able to roll your initiative now?
Yeah, let me see. Oh. 20.
There we go. And we're just missing Mongoose.
Well, that's weird. I rolled it, got a 19 in total.
19
Do you want me to
total?
roll it again?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it, and I can change it to 19 if it ends up being worse. Yeah. Yours is not going for some reason, so what I'm going to do is roll it and change it for you. Update. Oh no, why did you get cleared? I hit the wrong button. All right. One more time here. There we go. There's a 16. We'll just give you that. I'm tired of messing
Sounds
with
good.
this. Okay. So we are going to start it with Mongoose. Seleucos, you're up first. You've got some skeletons and undead shambling in your general direction.
Yeah, I kind of like where we are though, because they're gonna have to come through one by one, pretty
Indeed.
much, and me and Bob can just smash them to bits. So
Indeed.
I'm not gonna move, but I am gonna try casting something. Gonna see if I can target. And
Yeah.
a minute.
Hit me with the target.
Needle darts,
Needle dart.
and that's the first skeleton.
Okay. I think you gotta select which needle dart there, and then your first attack, right?
Yeah. Sorry, there's just a few things to
There
go
you
through.
go. No, it's a lot. I understand. Okay, you hit the skeleton, and that is
Yeah.
piercing damage.
Yeah, 3d4. So just roll damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, 10. Pretty
10
nice.
damage. 10 piercing damage, you said? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
You notice as the needles strike at the skeleton, how much health they got? They got a really low amount, right? Yeah. The needles seem to bounce off of the bones of this skeleton, and you don't appear to do as much damage as you thought it should. However, it is enough damage to cause the skeleton to crumble in front of you.
Perfect. That's what the undead get.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, one more action. I'm gonna stay where I am and raise my shield.
All right, sounds good.
It's my turn.
All right. All right, next up is Mr. Zeg with QW Heartbone.
Well, I had been hiding, but seeing Selikos actually do something, I am going to move.
All right.
Oh, oh,
Yeah. So this one,
looky.
this one here is dead. I'm gonna take it off the map.
So let's take a look at what the range of this is, because I don't think it's very good. Sorry, I'm getting used to navigating this.
All good.
Yeah, the range increment is 20 feet. So what I'm going to do is hold action
Okay.
until the skeletons have accumulated at the choke point,
Okay.
or the end of the turn happens, and then unleash a bottled lightning at that location.
All right.
So the
sounds
trigger will
good.
be once there are enough of them accumulated, which it looks like there are 3 visible
Yeah. Once they group up a little
to
bit.
me.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't think there's. So in
'Cause
addition
that's
to
2 actions.
readying an action, is there anything else that I can actually do here? I don't think so.
Probably not. Yeah, not a whole lot, unless you have want to do knowledge or something along those lines, some single action thing.
Well, that's actually not a terrible idea, since I have never encountered these skeletons
You've
before.
never encountered skeletons before. KW Heartbone, mystified by these skeletons. Roll me. Let me see. Where are you at? There you are. Okay. Yep. Okay. Roll me. Either religion check.
Not particularly good.
These have a steeped lore. Yeah, that's enough. So you've at least read a book somewhere that said something along the lines about these horrible undead. So you knew they existed. You've just never seen them before. The other thing you remember reading in your book is that these things often move quite slowly and ponderously. However, they are very resistant to various forms of damage, including piercing damage and slashing damage.
Ah, skeletons, I've read about these. They are resistant to mundane weaponry.
Just no vitals to poke, really, you know? Oh,
As one might figure.
another thing that may have been important to Heartbone that he would have read is that they are resistant to other things, too, like magical damages, cold, electricity, and fire.
I'll still keep my thing at the ready, just in case there's something that isn't a skeleton there. And that is my turn.
You do see something that appears to not be a skeleton back there. But it's still shuffling just like that. Okay, up next is Zeke. Zeke, you and your crew are all down here. You're probably hearing some clattering and loud noises from back where your party was at this point, though. They may have shouted at this point about zombies or skeletons or undead.
Probably, yeah. Let's go figure out what that's about.
Alright, feel free to do some stride actions or some... Let me know what you want to do.
Well, where's the noises coming from? Above us?
Yeah, from the tunnel where you guys just came from, where you left the rest of your party.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and stride back that way to figure out what the heck's going on.
Okay. Alright, so you or Misha striding? Or both?
Both.
Okay, so it's 2 actions, right?
Yes.
Because you guys share your action pool, so...
Right.
So yeah, so both of you will move. Feel free to move yourself. Da-na-na, da-na-na. You might have to move very specifically. Remember, the walls are kind of weird in some places. So you might have to, like, actually move yourself through small spots, like here.
Okay.
I don't know if you're attempting to move or not. But another thing you can do is select your token and use your arrows to move.
Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, come on. What? Oh, like
Yeah.
a fucking wall.
Yeah, like I said, use your arrows to walk, like, up through the tight passageways and...
Oh, I lost sight of.
1, 2, 3. You can't lose sight of her?
No, I lost sight of it on the map.
Oh,
'cause
I
it
see.
It went
Yeah.
dark on one side.
Yeah, well, you can always hit escape when you have your token selected and go back to just looking at the map as it is.
Okay.
Alright. So, that's 2 actions. What are you going to do with your third?
What do I like? What do I see? Can I see anything?
Yes. So as you come back, you notice that the rest of your party has taken the barricade down that was here before. You see Seleucos firing spells down this darkish hallway. There is a eerie blue light back there that you can see, but otherwise you see forms shambling towards this tunnel.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah, and you've probably come to the understanding at this point that it is in fact undead shambling your way.
No.
As you probably would have heard Heartbone talking about, these are skeletons, they're resistant, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Let's see here. What to do. Can I actually see any of these skeletons?
Let's see, I think so. You can see this one here from where you're standing, from where Zeke's standing.
Okay.
And then Misha
Okay.
can see like all 4 of these right here.
Okay. I think I don't have any actions open at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately most spells are 2 actions.
2 actions.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Yep.
can boost my Evelon actually with
There
the
you go.
cantrip.
There you go.
I have a cantrip.
There you go.
So I will boost.
Give Misha a little bump.
Yeah.
All right. What spell are you casting?
It's called Boost Edelon. It's a
Oh, okay.
cantrip.
It's just a thing that summoners can do. Excellent.
Yeah.
What's it do mechanically? Oh, I see it. I'm sorry. I see it now.
Yeah.
Focus, blah, blah. +2 damage to... Oh, +2 to damage with its unarmed strikes. Excellent. And then 2 per weapon die as well. Ooh. Fancy. So probably +4? We'll have to look into that. We'll get to that when it comes to it. But for now, that was a good turn, Zeke. But now the skeletons begin shambling. 1, 15, 25. Shamble, 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 shamble. Let's see, I guess these guys will just use both their actions to continue shambling. This guy has an extra action he's not going to get to use. And this guy has 1 action. And he will use it to swing upon ye. And I will roll a 1d2 to decide which. 1 is Seleucos, 2 is Bob. Oh, he swings at Seleucos with his empty, bony claws. A 12 to hit. A gentleman's 12.
Yeah, that's a big miss.
Yeah, I imagined it would be. Okay, and the skeletons have now fulfilled QW Heartbone's saved action. So, boom! He tosses. Go ahead and describe what happens with this.
So I throw a bottle of bottled lightning, which shatters as it impacts the center one, and lightning bolts arc across all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I've also realized I was rolling damage on this wrong before.
Okay.
I did not include my intelligence bonus.
Oh, okay, and you should have been because of some...
Because
bonus or
alchemist.
anything. Alchemist, yeah. Right on, yep. Let's make sure we do that correctly then. Go ahead and roll damage. Did you correct it in the thing? So it is 1d6 plus 4 should be what it is?
Yeah, it's d6 plus 4, and I think that's the only pluses I get for it. So
And then remind me
it's 9 electricity damage, and then it splashes.
Right. Remind me of the splash. I have reflex saves on all these guys, right?
Let's see. Let's see. 1 electricity splash, so the center one takes 9 minus whatever its resistance is. On a hit, the target is off guard until the start of my next turn.
Right.
So
on.
it's just splash 1 to all those guys,
Okay.
no save.
Okay. You see the bottle of lightning blast the middle skeleton, and he is obliterated in said blast, despite appearing to resist some of the damage. The other skeletons appear unaffected by the splash. It washes
One
over
down.
their bones.
3 to go.
Yeah, 1 down, 3 to go. All right, an excellent prepared action nonetheless. Well done. Next, it is. I had to use all my actions to get down here. This guy had that, and you killed that one before he could do a thing. So yes, that is done with a skeleton guard turn. It is Graskull's turn with Phil the Short.
So, Phil's hearing all the commotion from the north. But his gut tells him something could be down the south. Part of the tunnel we haven't explored, and with all the noise that's been going on.
You were hearing clanking noises from down there, and some grunting and kind of chittering in a language you don't really understand.
Based on all the chaos going on up ahead, he is going to duck into here
Okay.
and prepare an action to ambush anything that tries to come up.
Excellent. Okay, I understand. Okay, so basically you're moving up and then using your remaining 2 actions to ready an action that if anything comes up this way from the south, you will spring into action and attack.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that sounds good. Moving on. We are now moving on to the zombie shambler. Is he also slow? No. He doesn't have that, I don't think. Double check this. Oh, no, he does. Oh, the skeletons, I was playing wrong. Dang it! I had them mixed up. Oh, well. Not a big deal. The zombie starts to shamble his way up. 5, 10, 20, 25. And then he has to stop right there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he has to stop right there. Unfortunately, I messed up with my skeleton guards. They're supposed to have 3 actions, not 2 like I imagined. So, we are going to go back to that. Unfortunately for you, I should say. Unfortunately for you. Skeleton guard number 1 had to use 2 actions to get up to you. He only had 1 action remaining, so he's not going to get to swing. However, these other 2 skeletons only used 2 actions to get to where they are, and they are holding bows. So, their bones creak, and their old bows creak as well as they pull back the bowstrings, and they fire upon the party. One taking shots at Bob. With a 20 to hit. And the other one takes a shot at Seleucos. With a 10 to hit. So, Seleucos, it plinks off your shield. Or your armor. The other one seems to strike Bob true, though. And you take 5 points of damage from that.
Ow.
Just in time for your turn, Bob.
Yeah, just in time. Swing a big old sword at this
Skelly boy.
shambler, this skeleton shambling bastard man.
Get
Poor
him.
man.
Get him.
Right in front of me.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that's actually... Hold on. That's a crit. That's a critical hit. It is 10 over his AC, which makes it a crit.
Nice.
Zeg, you were 1 away from having a crit, by the way, with your lightning. You were 1 away. So yeah, you get a crit. Oh my god. His... Okay, describe what you do to this poor skeleton. Describe what you've done to this poor fucker.
What I have done is swung the sword in a sort of complete circle, starting to get the ground, swing it completely round behind me, over my head, and down on top of the zombie's head, splitting it. So right from the top of his head all the way down its ribcage. It falls into 2 halves and then crumbles into dust.
Excellent. All right, I believe that is only 1 of your actions so far. You have 2 more to go.
So now I did have a shield raised at this point. At what stage does that go away? Because it does say
It's on your turn.
On my screen. Okay, so it will end
On your next turn.
on my next. Okay.
The beginning of your next turn is when it ends. So when combat ended,
Okay.
or if you had it raised from like before this combat started, it would have been at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Is when it would have gone down. So you have to do it every turn if you want to keep it up. I believe that's how it is anyway. I could be mistaken about that.
Yeah, well, it's still showing as being up, so I'll leave it alone for now and see what happens.
Alrighty.
What else shall I do? I quite like being here. I'm going to stay here and
It's working well for you so far.
yeah, I'm going to keep my reaction back. I'm not going to... Actually, is holding an action and a reaction a separate thing?
Yes, you get 1 reaction per turn. So that resets on your turn. And then if you hold an action, that's an entirely separate thing. That's using 2 of your regular actions to do something ahead of time. So if you want to do that, yes, you would still get a reaction as well if you had one.
Okay, in that case, I'll use my 2 remaining actions then to hold an action of clobbering any enemy that steps within range with my sword again.
Seems like a good plan. Seems like a good plan. All right. Moving back around to the top of the order, it is now Seleucos' turn.
Hey, I'm probably just gonna do same kind of thing again.
Okay. Hit him with the needle darts, except this time targeting the Zombo.
Yeah, I will be going for the zombie.
Okay. Oh, almost got that 20. 21 is still
Almost.
a hit.
Okay.
You stab at this guy for
It's not
9 damage. That's not bad. Needles pierce into this zombie shambler.
Yeah, and for my other action, I'm going to... I was going to raise my shield again, but there's no option to do that.
Yeah,
That's kind of...
I need to read into Ray's shield because I'm doubting that I understand how that works. Oh no.
Yeah, so
Go ahead. Sorry.
that is what I'm going to use my last action for, just keeping my shield raised, which puts my AC to 19.
Okay. Shield remains raised until the start of your next turn. So technically you're supposed to take that off at the start of your turn. The
Okay,
raised
I'll do
shield.
that.
If
in
you
the
haven't,
future. Yeah.
yeah, unless you're raising it again, then that doesn't matter. But yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
keep that in mind. It does come off at the start of your turn. Okay, so raise shield, and in the turn, it brings us around to QW Heartbone's turn again.
All right, I'm going to use one of my infused reagents to throw a improvised alchemist fire, which is same as the regular.
Right. That's so. What is the difference? You just throw it. You have to spend an action to put it together first, or
I'm not 100% sure.
okay? Because I was wondering that how many of those bombs you have on you are able to carry. It works like spell slots, kind of, right?
Yeah, I get 5 infused reagents, so 1 for being level 1 and 4 for my intelligence bonus. Then I basically use a batch of those to create a bomb, and it looks like it's at a moment's notice, is what they say. So it sounds
Yeah.
like I'm basically mixing it as I'm throwing it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. But it is just one action to do that still.
As far as I can tell, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter because that's pretty much the only action I can take. So that's the only thing I am going to do.
Okay. So, but no, I wonder this because I wonder how many times you can do that a turn. Sounds like 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like 3. You would still have the multiple, the
Oh,
MAP.
God bless
Oh
America.
no, a critical failure. Oh boy, we get to learn something new today, boys.
It's my
Zig,
first time making a quick mix, so I blame that.
Zig, why don't you tell your friends what happens to you and them when you critically fail to throw one of your bombs?
So I pull out this infused reagent from my reagent pouch on my belt and start mixing it together, and it volatilely just sort of bursts out of the side of the improvised glass that I was using and all over my hands. And I'm not looking great.
Yeah. So, yeah, mechanically speaking, I believe it's just it blows up on you. Does it splash as well?
I don't honestly know
Okay.
what a critical failure does with one of these improvised things, because you can't critically fail on a cantrip, right?
No, but it still is treated as a alchemy bomb throw. So it's whatever the critical fail would be on that.
Just looking it up.
Yeah, me
On a
too.
critical failure, the bomb misses entirely, dealing no damage.
So critical failure, thunderstone. Okay, so it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so I guess
Okay.
in my case, I fumble and waste the reagent, and I get some fire on my hands, which I pat off, and yeah, it just is embarrassing.
Okay. If an attack with a splash weapon fails, okay, on a critical failure, no damage. Okay, it just misses entirely. Okay. Cool. Good. I thought it worked differently. I thought it blew up on you and splashed around you, and you took the damage, and everything around you takes the splash. I guess that's just on a regular fail. Anyway, nothing happens essentially. Okay. What? You have 2 more actions.
Well, I'm going to consider one of them patting my hands out for my description, just for
Sure.
cinematics.
Sure.
Um,
I won't.
But
Yeah.
otherwise-
I wasn't gonna make you spend an action on that, but yes. Okay. But yes.
I will
What else you got?
try and chuck my dagger in frustration. Well, perhaps a mundane item.
Chuck a dagger at it. Oh, you
Yeah.
hit.
Oh, it's whatever the hell damage.
I think
I think I just rolled to.
1d4. You see the damage button underneath your initial roll?
Oh yeah. Hey, how about
Just
that?
hit that. Yeah.
Give your skin what it's asking for with Billy Body Wash.
There you go.
Like a
2.
bright glow.
2
Suck it,
damage.
Tones.
But it's 2 slashing damage, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't
Yeah.
do a whole lot.
No,
anyway.
no. No. As you throw this dagger at, it was the zombie you were targeting, right?
Yeah, that's the closest.
You throw the dagger at the zombie, and you notice it hits. And you normally you're used to throwing your own daggers. You know what it feels like and looks like when it hits things. Usually not that much damage. You're able to maybe draw some blood, but like not crazy amounts of damage. This time though, it appears like the dagger rips into this zombie in a way that is inconsistent with the damage that you thought you would have dealt. Like it destroys it. It nearly rips its arm off. Basically, he's barely held together to the point where any slashing damage is extremely bad for this zombie. You realize?
Guess I didn't know my own strength.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay, and then moving on to Zeke.
Be here. Oh. What's this little guy?
He's a zombie.
All right. I'll move there.
He's shambling towards you menacingly.
Let's see. I don't know if I can actually hit anybody. Let's see here. Oh, I can do that. How do I set up a cone?
Let's see. If you go to... Well, actually, I think if you start casting the spell, it should give you a cone to work with. So just try casting the spell and see what happens. And then see the place 15-foot cone button.
Oh, how do I rotate it?
That I do not know. Q or W probably, or something along those lines. Rotate R. No. How do you rotate it? Ah, hold control in mouse wheel. Are you wanting to go?
Ah.
Yeah, there you go. You
I
got it.
can't hit it.
Yeah. All right.
Well, whoever's in front of me is gonna get hit too. But sorry,
Oh
dude.
no. Does a sonic boom. Bob is in the way. All right, so a basic fortitude save from Bob the zombie, and it looks like the first skeleton as well. Auditory. Echo a jarring hymn that only creatures in the area can hear. Basic fortitude save. Get deafened as well. Okay.
Fortitude save is a DC 16.
Right, and this is not a mental thing. No. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me roll some fort saves here. Fort. And fort. Oh, one of them failed. Epically.
Bob is highly fortitudinous.
Bob is high on that fortitude for sure. All right, so the save is 16. So the zombie succeeds, the Sardi succeeds, the skeleton, one of the skeleton guards critically failed, and the other one just regular fails.
See here.
So we got 3 sonic damage.
Critically fails to save, is also deafened for 1 minute.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we just all take 3 damage. So it looks like you take damage either way, right?
Yep.
Yeah, even if you succeed. So, Bob, you take 3 damage.
Oh, my delicate ears.
Your delicate ears. Alright, these undead are
I have
barely hanging on.
I have one more action, so
Alright.
I'm gonna bring Nisha over to
Alright.
there.
If you don't mind, when you're done with your spells and stuff, if you can remember to switch to measurement controls over on the left. See token controls, the one under that is measurement. That'll allow you
Yeah.
to select the thing you put down and hit delete to get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
So unless it's going to be persistent,
Oh,
please
yeah.
get
All
rid
right.
of your things because I cannot get rid of them without finagling.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of which, what is this down here?
That was detect magic.
Okay. Can you get rid of that too? Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, moving on. That was Zeke's turn. Good turn, Zeke. You did a bunch of damage. These skeletons and zombie appear to be barely hanging on by a thread at this point. Whatever undead, unnatural magic is keeping them standing seems to be starting to fade. However, they do still stand, and both skeletons draw their bows once more and unleash a volley of arrows in the party's general direction. And in fact, they both saw what QW Heartbone's been up to, and they both target him. Now you will get some cover because your friends are in the way, and because of
And I'm short.
shortness and other things. Yeah, so you will get an extra, I believe it's, I'm going to give you full cover because of the size of the individuals in front of you. So that gives you, I believe, +2 to your AC. So keep that in
She'll
mind.
bring me to 20.
So you will have +2 to your AC, but they are going to use all of their actions firing arrows at you. So first one, 1, 2, 3, and this is with the multiple attack penalty on all of these.
So that first one hits.
Okay. 2 damage. And then the other one does the same thing. Bam.
Yep.
Bam. Oh, baby. Uh-oh. Alright,
Is
so
that a crit?
we've got a crit and 2 more misses. So yeah, that one's a crit though.
Oh! Confound it!
Arrows strike true. You take a little bit of damage from one arrow as it grazes past you, and then another one strikes you full in the shoulder. Bam! You stumble a bit at the force of the blow. It is now Phil de Short's turn. Phil, you have not heard any movement coming up from the south. There is some sounds coming from down there. You definitely hear clanking and grunting and things, but whatever's down there doesn't appear to be very concerned with the noise that's going on up here.
Okay. Go ahead. Sneak all the way up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't ready an action. Damn it.
No, you used, what, 1 action to stride, right?
Yep.
So you do have 2. You could ready an action.
I'm gonna ready a throwing dagger for when they get into this square.
Okay, when
here.
something moves there, you'll throw your dagger?
It's,
Okay.
It's got a 10-foot range.
Okay.
So about as much as I can do.
If that's the end of your turn, then you've got your opportunity right now as the zombie shambles up, arms reaching out towards Bob. So roll your attack.
Okay.
Let's see. That'll be a hit. All right. What? Let's see. Where did you aim?
That square right there.
No, I know. At this zombie when he was approaching Bob, arms outstretched, mouth wide, dripping with intent.
Straight for the mouth.
Straight for the mouth. Your dagger takes him full in the mouth, and he stumbles backwards, falling over inert, dead. And that is the end of the zombie shambler's turn because he is now dead. So, Bob, this zombie, Phil just saved your life as far as you're concerned. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe you had that well in hand, right?
Maybe he thinks the zombie just died of intimidation.
Yep. Maybe. He probably thought that. Yeah. Either way, it is now Bob's turn. You've got 2 more skeletons barely hanging on back here.
Yeah, Bob doesn't like being shot at with arrows, so he's going to vault over what remains of the little barricade. He's
Sure
going to
thing.
do his sudden charge, which is 2 actions worth.
Cool.
Run down to 2 remaining bastards.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack the closest one, this one, with
All right, let's see it.
the attack granted to him by the sudden charge, which is that.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That's a critical hit. Oh yeah. Smashed, destroyed, obliterated.
Yes. And while we're here, we might as well use the one remaining action to have a go at the other zombie. Is it taking into account if I attack again? Is it taking off the...
No, you'll have to... You see how there's multiple buttons for strike,
Okay.
+1,
okay,
or
yeah, got it.
-4, or whatever it happens
I
to be.
see.
So you'll just choose your second one for your second attack.
I have to move my mouse and click it myself.
Yeah, you'll have to actually, do a clicky click. That is a hit. And you don't even need to roll damage. He had 1 HP left. Describe what you do to these 2 skeletons in the span of 6 seconds.
Bob just charges down at them. It's just one swing that takes both of them out. Both at chest level, it just
Crash, crash.
splinters them into smithereens.
Yeah. And we are done. Everything calms down. And the zombies, the threat appears to be over.
I appear to be quite wounded.
Yes.
I will handle that. And I'll
Much
treat
obliged.
wounds. Or try to. I could make it worse. We'll find out.
All right. So Seleucos is going to spend a little bit of time patching up QW Heartbone.
Nope, that's a crit. So I think that's
Ooh.
4d8.
Once again, with perfect precision. It's almost like he does this for a living.
Yeah, so you gain 15 hit points back.
Perfect.
All right. Oh, that's much better. You have quite an adept hand.
Yes, I know. Does anybody else require healing?
No.
No.
Bob could take a few if you've got any spare.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's 20 minutes of time there. What would everyone else have been doing during... So, Heartbone, Bob,
That's-
and Seleucos are occupied. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that's also a critical.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
What a hero.
Yeah, so healed 19 hit points.
I'll wait until I'm more wounded next time to ask for help. Thank you.
Celico spends 20 minutes healing up Bob and Heartbone. Zeke and Phil, would you have been up to anything during that 20 minutes or just kind of waiting around?
Yeah, probably just. I would have got my dagger back from the zombie corpse.
Sure, that makes sense.
Kind of just scoped around, keeping an eye towards the south.
Sure, you're
Just in
still... Yep, just in case. You're still hearing noises from down there. The same noises you were hearing before doesn't appear to have picked up in intensity or anything like that. And they still don't appear to have... Whatever it is that's down there doesn't appear to have noticed you. Or noticed any of the commotion. Okay, so after all the healing's said and done, what does the party do next?
Yeah.
Bob's going to wander a bit further into this crypt and
Okay.
see if anything else pops up that he can
Yeah.
smash.
Yep. The faint blue light gets a bit brighter as you enter back into this empty kind of crypt. All right, let's see here. The old cavern corridor winds down into the earth, ending in an ancient burial vault lit by a strange torch with a blue flame. Alcoves line the walls, each one containing a rotten wooden coffin, while the center of the room has a raised platform holding a stone sarcophagus. The lids, to which all of these have been crashed open and smashed and are laying on the ground. You believe that you probably re-murdered the occupants of these coffins just now. So, if you want to have a look around the tomb room, roll me perception checks. You do have the torch as well. The torch is just in the center of the room, burning blue. And if anyone's curious about that, let me know. I can roll Arcana checks on the torch. Alright. Alright, so Bob pokes around in some of the coffins, but only finds rot and ruin. Zeg, QW Heartbone pokes around in his coffin, and he manages to find... Oh, sorry, also nothing. Also nothing. The only thing that's able to be found in this room, Seleucos finds in the center of the room. In this sarcophagus, there is a shield. It's a polished shield carved to look like a roaring lion. It could be used as a regular shield, or you feel like you could probably sell it. The torch itself... Is anyone looking at the torch or messing with the torch, or are we gonna move on?
What kind of shield would it be?
The basic shield, the first level shield, level 1 shield.
Okay, right.
It's just a fancy one.
Heartbone would be interested in the torch just because the whatever alchemical composition would be required to make it glow blue is interesting to me.
Sure. Roll me a little bit of a Arcana check. Yes. Upon closer inspection, you determine that this is in fact not the work of alchemy. It is actually a magic item, a special magic item called an ever-burning torch. It emits light constantly, and though it looks like fire, it emits no heat and can't be extinguished.
Well, this is not alchemical, but you might find it useful. Should you need fire to see? Don't recall if anybody actually needed, or did not have low light vision, dark vision rather.
There are a couple of you, yeah.
Yeah, I can't, although I do have light as a cantrip.
Which I believe is still on Seleucos from the last session, as it should be. It's
Yeah.
something that you could just keep up. But yeah. So yeah, and that's all you
Yeah, but-
find in the tomb.
I'll grab the torch for now.
Very good.
Unless the other person who does not have light as a cantrip wants to grab it from me, which Heartbone will relent.
Yes. So yes, Heartbone ends up with the ever-burning torch, a magical torch that glows blue and can't be extinguished, but also doesn't give off any heat or burn anything. And then we have a fancy shield. So, what would you like to do now?
Fuck.
I'd like to break immersion briefly to notice that on your stream, where it's got all our character names underneath the classes, Bob's class is listed as Bob,
Yeah, that was a joke.
which I like.
That was that was a joke I made. Yeah.
That is Bob's class.
Bob
is Bob.
Bob is Bob. Yeah.
He's a class of his own.
Yeah, that was a funny that I made. I thought it was amusing, and then I just didn't bring any
Good
attention to it.
Maybe I should start speaking with fewer syllables. Bob is Bob.
Bob is Bob. That's a good philosophy. Bob is
Bob
Bob.
uses Bob to smash Bob.
Have all the coffins been searched already?
Yeah. Yep. So basically, you guys, yeah, it appears as if something may have already been here and looted through. This cavern that led to it appears to be a dug cavern, like very crudely dug kind of cavern that led to this buried tomb. Almost like it wasn't supposed to be broken into or anything like that. It was probably buried and locked away, sealed away.
It's probably not something known to a Bob, but does anyone else recognize the kind of architecture? The kind of race that might have carved these things? Is it just Otari stuff that we'd recognize?
Nope. Yep, it appears to be old Otari, human, maybe. Nothing really stands out crazy about it as far as that goes. It seems like a normal tomb that somehow got maybe corrupted with evil magic or something like that. It seems extremely old. It's been here for a long, long, long time.
Okay, well, since there's no more fish guts lurking around in here, Bob is probably keen to move on.
Indeed. Alright, so you gather back up near the barricade. And, yeah, you still hear some noises coming from the area to the south. Phil, Zeke, and Misha already kind of went down there a little bit and poked around and entered that shrine down there. I believe, I don't know that they probably shared that information yet or anything like that, or whether they would or wouldn't, but that is the next place you guys have been. And like I said, you were hearing some noises, some additional noises coming from further south, some clanging noises and chittering noises.
All right, big guys.
So yeah, let's gather up. Soul Knife, are you?
Yep. Where are we going? Oh, way down there.
Yeah, heading down towards the next, where the noises were coming from before.
Okay.
So Phil, you have dark vision and are
I do.
able to see at this point Actually, when you get to around here, this here is like a 5-foot kind of ledge that you have to climb up. So when you get up to there, I will tell you more stuff. It's an easy climb, no checks or anything. You just gotta climb up it. You can't see over it, basically, is my point.
That's because I'm short.
Hmm.
But all the while, I'll be doing it as a sneaky boy.
Yep. So as you're starting to clamber up this kind of cliffside, you can see. Roll your stealth if you are being sneaky. You see down here 4 lizard-like creatures trying to get into what appears to be a large metal cage. This large room looks like it was once a storeroom for a building above. At the far side, you can make out what might have been a cage or a cell at some point, but is now full of crates and barrels. 4 lizard-like creatures, the size of human children, are clustered around the door to the cell, trying to pry it open.
I got transportation to the adult day center for care and car.
Okay.
So you see them kind of clanging, chattering at each other, and trying to pry the door open to this metal cell.
Okay. Phil's gonna kind of sit there and beckon the others to sneak up. He's gonna take a nice little secure position where he can just keep
So
an eye
Yukas is
out.
gonna. So Yukas is gonna stay basically where he is because he's got a light cantrip still going. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Bob is going to sneak forward because he has got a bit of stealth to him.
A little bit of stealth to him. All right, give me
A
a
little bit of
stealth
stealth
roll
to him.
and move up to where you want to be. Very good. Yep. Some sneaky boys. Anyone
One
else?
with the darkness.
Seleucus is staying behind. Heartbone, are you hanging out back there too? Zeke?
I'll move up a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Just to see around the corner.
Sure. Like I said, these cliffs end up being about 5 feet up, all told. So you can't see exactly over there. You're kind of looking at Phil's backside now, basically.
Oh, what's this? The area to my east, I'll point at.
Hmm. Yeah, Heartbone is pointing at the shrine that Zeke and Misha visited earlier. And it seems like he does not receive an answer.
Well, I will go check it out myself then.
All right, that's a also a 5-foot kind of clamber up. So give me.
I already looked up there. You don't need to go up there.
What's not up here then?
As you're climbing.
It's a shrine
To what?
to some sea god.
Hmm.
Accurate. We're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing else in there.
Yeah, there's a
Is there a
large.
book or anything?
There's a large.
What's on it?
So there's a large wooden ancient door that you're standing at now, and it's open still from when Zeke and Misha went in there. You look in and you see a scum-covered altar with nothing on it, as Zeke took the bowl, and a statue behind it of a large squid. If you want to roll a religion check, you can know what that represents.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me.
Heartbone's not one for fucking with gods, though, so he's probably not going to mess with this.
Ooh. You don't really know. You're looking at it and you're like, must be the god of squids.
Yep. Nothing, I'll mess with it.
Either way, it doesn't seem like something you want to mess with. Yeah. And in fact, it looks like someone might have already messed with it, because there's a patch of non-scum where the bull was sitting. But moving on. Phil, you're leading this cadre. What do you want to do?
Okay.
For now, they don't appear to have noticed you.
I'm
Danny,
gonna
chill.
Sneak down.
Okay.
Wanna
Sneak
keep
down.
Sneaking.
Okay, one more. Okay. Now, as you step there, give me 1 second. Let me roll something. Percepzione. Okay. They still haven't noticed you. They're clanging away, chattering, trying to figure something out. Anyone else want to do anything? Bob, are you going to just keep up with Phil? Are you going to walk alongside him? Because he hasn't noticed. They haven't noticed either of you, if that's the case.
Yeah, Bob's going to keep just behind Phil for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take another step here.
Okay.
Wait for Bob to catch up beside me.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna look up at Bob. Give him a nod.
Okay. They
I'm gonna
still
throw my
haven't
dagger.
noticed. You're going to throw your dagger? Okay. All right.
Closest.
All right. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to start combat. Get you guys all in there. And then
In that case, when I get the nod when Bob gets the nod from
yeah.
from Phil,
What does Bob
he-
do when he gets the nod?
Well, it depends how many. What do you think he has time to do in the situation?
Probably one,
Enough time to draw your
maybe one action. Yeah. If you have your weapon drawn, I would let you do a charge thing.
Okay. No,
Um,
he was going to like sheath his sword and draw his club instead, which he could throw at the same time that Bob was throwing his dagger.
Well, if you signaled to Phil that you would like hold on 1 second, kind of, and swapped your stuff out, I'll allow that. So we'll say that that's what you did, and that you both
Okay,
try
yeah.
to throw your
And
things
Pavel-
at the
Pavel
same
sort of-
time.
Grin happily. Put his sword down very quietly, pull his club out, and yeah,
All right, let me
ready to fling.
swap the music here. Let me know which one you guys are targeting each.
I'm targeting the closest one because he's
Okay.
within 10 feet.
Okay. And then,
Bob is going for that guy at the bottom right.
all right, sounds good. And Bob and Phil, feel free to use your stealth for your initiative, as you did stealth into this combat. Everyone
I
else
did.
will use perception as normal. We're just missing Zeke and Bob. So yeah, if you want to roll with stealth, you'll open up your character sheet, and where you would normally roll your net, you see how you can do a drop down and change it. There you
So
go.
would this kind of count like a surprise round because we caught them off guard?
Yes,
or-
you guys are going to get your one free attack before combat actually starts, and this does count towards your off guard and all that.
Okay.
So yes, they are off guard. As you're attacking them from behind and they didn't even notice you.
They're always off guard before they have a turn with me.
Uh-huh, exactly. But yeah, they'll be off guard attacks. So why don't let me get the Phil and Bob attacks first. We'll get those sorted. And then I'm still waiting on a initiative from Zeke.
Ah.
There's Zeke. A 9 to hit, huh?
Yeah.
That goes a little wide. A 19 to hit, on the other hand, is a hit.
Yeah, right in the back of the
Right
head.
in the kisser. But yeah, that's a hit. So roll your damage, Bob. Goodness gracious. That's insane. All right, so describe what you do to this poor kobold. This poor little
Oh,
shit.
what poor kobold? It's just a it's just a pile of goo on the floor now. I think the club just crumples the back of its head, just caves it in, and pins
So
it up against whatever it's standing near.
yeah,
It
so
slithers down to the ground.
goodness. Phil and Bob sneak up into the encounter. Phil chucks a dagger just as Bob chucks his club, and the dagger goes sailing off to the side and clinks. All the kobolds look over at it just in time for Bob's club to strike one of them in the back of the head, pinning it to the cage and destroying it instantly. He's dead. Okay, so now we will start combat proper. It starts with Zeke's turn. What do you got, Zeke?
Well, have Misha move up a little bit closer. There. And I should have. I'm going to shoot this one
Okay.
with Needle Dart.
All right, excellent.
So that's an AC.
A spell we've seen. What is the attack? So roll your hit the needle dart button.
Where's oh?
Yeah, there you go. And then it's your first attack, so just attack.
That would be a 15.
15 is a miss.
Dang. And
Sails off harmlessly to the side as they have turned and
and-
start hissing and snarling at you.
then I'm gonna have Misha move up in front here, and yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Good. Next up is Mr. Zeg. Actually, I didn't.
All right.
With QW Heartbone. What do you got, Heartbone?
Moving up there, I think, is this difficult terrain to get up each of these then?
No, it's not. It's just combined, it was 5 to 6 feet up, so you couldn't really see over it from down where you were down
Gotcha.
there. But now that you're up here, you are able to see what's going on, and you can spot in the darkness the creatures, the lizards.
All right. What happens with the range increment?
I believe it is -2 if you're outside your range increment.
Okay. So I can get with a -2 to that guy, which I'm going to do.
Yes, it is -2 for each additional increment beyond the first.
All right. So Heartbone pulls out an Alchemist's Fire.
All right.
She then chucks. That's actually -2.
Okay. A 21
That's
is
still
a
going to be
hit.
21.
Yep, that is a hit.
So that is only 5 fire damage to
Fire. Yeah,
this dude, but everybody has to make a reflex save against the
right.
fire splash, which is 1. So that's actually 6 because I think the splash also applies
Yes,
to the center
it
dude.
does. Yeah, they all get a reflex against the splash, I think.
And then there's
except for the
persist
main
1.
guy. And
Which
then
I assume-
persistent fire. Okay, yeah. Excellent. Well, here, let's do this one at a time then. Let me get my reflex saves out there. Top guy, bottom left, bottom right. What is the save for your splash?
See, I'm not 100% sure where that is on here.
I think it's your spell save.
Yeah,
It's probably like 16, 15, 16.
it's probably 15 or 16, but I'm having trouble finding where the hell that's actually at.
Hmm.
Since I'm technically not a spellcaster. Ah, here it is. DC 15, yeah.
15. Okay, cool. All right, so 2 of them succeed in taking no splash damage. The first guy does take the 5 fire and will have persistent fire damage on his turn. And then this guy takes 1 fire damage from the splash. Okay. So that's 3 actions, right? For you? You moved,
Yeah, I think
you drew,
that's
and you
it
threw.
for me.
Yep. All right, it is now Seleucus's turn.
Hey, stealth doesn't matter anymore, so Seleucus can do something. Get there. Am I able to see these guys to target them with needle darts?
Yes. Yes. You can barely see this one in the corner, so he would get a mild AC bonus, but the other 2 you can see.
Fine,
There's a
the,
lot of people in front of you, though, eh? I think they would probably
be
get
able-
at least partial cover from all of your friends being in the way.
Okay. Am I able to get through people?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can move through your allies freely.
Okay. In that case, I will just run towards this guy and try. Thing opens to bite him.
Oh. Tries to chomp on the kobold. And that's a hit.
Okay.
5 damage. Ooh, describe what happens to this kobold. He is dead.
Is he dead?
Oh, yeah.
I clamp my jaws around his skull and just apply pressure until it bursts apart.
Ooh, brutal.
And that's my turn.
All right, up next is Phil the Short.
Gonna dare it up and strike at the first one
All right.
with his rapier.
All right, roll to hit. That's a hit. We lost Mr. Zeg? Okay.
That plus because they haven't moved, I get my sneak attack on top
That
of
is
that.
correct.
I'm trying to remember what that is. Sneak.
1d6, I believe, at level 1. Additional d6, I believe. Oh, it's only 1, but it is enough. These guys they're kind of weak. They're little childlike lizard men. He dies.
Are we killing children?
Yes.
Well, they
Fucking
are
kids.
child-sized anyway. They're not really children, but they are child-sized. Very small.
Same.
They are small. Okay. So, that is 2 actions so far, right? So, you have 1 more to go.
Takes a swing at the last one.
With the MAP, you are missing that time.
And good to go. That's
Okay. And last but certainly not least is Bob's turn. These little kobolds are getting done dirty by you guys. They're not even going to get a turn.
Only 1 left. So Bob's wants to charge over there. He's always thrown his club away, so he doesn't have a club.
Nope. In fact, if he wants to use a sword, he'll have to draw that first.
I have to draw it. No, he's just going to bring his fist down on top of his
He's just
kobold's
gonna
head.
punch him.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. All right. A 15 is a miss.
Oh,
Just barely swings. He ducks under your swing. That's 2 actions, right?
it's 2 actions.
So
Okay.
you could do
well,
another one.
Well, he doesn't have another fist because he's still got a shield dangling off it, but he's going to swing again
Mm-hmm.
with his fist.
Same fist. Punch,
The
punch.
same fist, yeah. I think he's windmilling it all the way around to try again.
Yeah. Wild haymakers.
So
Oh,
that's
that'll
more
do
like
it. Yeah, that'll do it. Zeg's internet dropped. He's restarting. Okay.
Maybe he didn't mean to connect with the first one at all. He was just
Yeah.
winding up.
It was just to gain momentum with the spin.
Smack.
7 points of damage. Crack. You smack him over the face. He's still standing, but he appears to just barely be standing. He's stumbling. That really took it out of him, that one big strike. All right, Bob. Anything else?
Yeah, he chuckles.
All right, and the kobold
That's it.
gets one feeble attempt to defend himself, and hissing, he strikes out at Bob with his spear 3 times. 1. Natural 1. 2. A natural 2. 3. Come on, make it a 3. Okay. 7.
Mm.
All right. He flails helplessly at you. It rolls back around to Zeke's turn. Put this thing out of its misery, Zeke.
Take it alive.
Could try to take it alive. He looks very hurt. He's kind of blubbering. And in fact, yeah. Actually, let me look at this. No, yeah, they just, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So, yeah, at this point, the last thing the kobold does is a free action to put his hands up and drop to his knees and beg for his life in broken common. So I'm going to end combat. Switch back to this. For now, we're waiting. I want to wait for Zeg to come back. So if anyone needs a break, a quick bathroom break, or to get a drink or a snack or something, now is a good time to do that. So we're going to take a brief break, everyone, while we wait for Mr. Zeg to return, and then we will continue. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. I am going to go grab a snack myself. So I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. It does not appear that Zeg is yet back. Legit outage. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, we'll hold off for just a moment and see if he comes back. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? What you mad about? What you mad about? Mm-mm-mm.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
So Spectrum chat was initially all, hey, there's no outage reported in your area. And I was like, yes, there is absolutely an outage.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, oh, just kidding, there's an outage. Big surprise.
Yeah, go
They
figure.
also estimated the ETA for restoration was 3 p.m., which is also not true because here we are. Terrible service.
Okay. So, is everyone here? Got
Yes.
Soul Knife. I think I saw Mongoose. I heard Graskell.
Yeah.
Did I hear Heartbone? Yes. The internet is back. Sardi.
Yes.
Okay, we have everyone.
Let me
Excellent.
get back in the session. There we go.
Okay, once you're back in the session, so as this creature flails around helplessly, right afterwards, it immediately throws its spear down and begins begging for its life in a kind of raspy, high-pitched voice in broken common. He says, "Please, please, no! You don't have to do this, please!"
Bob sort of grabs him by the throat, maybe lifts him a few inches off the ground, says, Who you work for? Who sent you? Who sent you down here?
We're looting. We do the looting for the boss. We loot for the boss.
Who's your boss?
I just want to leave. Just let me go. I'll never come back. Maybe you should let me go. No.
Maybe you should tell us who your boss is.
Zolgram. Zolgram. His name is Zolgram. He's a kobold. He's strong. Bob, roll me an intimidation check or a diplomacy skill check. I would say intimidation,
Diplomacy.
probably, in this instance.
Probably. Equally as unskilled at both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bright glow. Soothing comfort.
All right, what do you got?
Bouncy moisture.
8.
Or purifying detox.
He shakes his head and says, "Oh, they'll kill me. They'll kill me worse than you will. You might as well just kill me yourself. Oh, I just want to leave."
Worse than we will. I don't know about that, sir.
Anyone else that wants to try and intimidate yet, let me know what you say. Or to be diplomatic, let me know what you say and roll your...
I will pull out a bottle of bottled lightning and just kind of palm it in my hand, but also attempt to be diplomatic.
Okay.
Parlez-vous, goblin?
Mm.
I'll ask in Goblin if he speaks Goblin.
He does not. Yeah, he looks at you strangely.
You tell us who the boss is, we let you go.
Nope. No, they'll kill me. They'll kill me.
Well, you can always live in the sewers.
Heartbone, give me your diplomacy or intimidation, whichever it is.
Going for a gentler hand, despite the fact that I have a...
Yeah, no, it's all good. You're
Nope,
trying to be
not-
diplomatic. Nope.
Not really.
Okay. I think one last person, Seleucos. He's
I'm actually better at intimidation than diplomacy, so I'm going to snap my jaws together and say, "Speak, or your skull is next."
scary. Scary, spooky. Oh my god, you guys. For whatever reason, he does not appear intimidated or swayed into revealing more information despite your efforts. Do you want to try one with Misha, Zeke, or do you want to do one?
Sure.
All right.
Set a perception check, right?
No, it's either intimidation or diplomacy, and
Oh.
let me know what you're doing. Basically, you're trying to convince this kobold to spill the
Oh.
information he's got.
See what I can do here. Oh, I do have diplomacy. Let me try that.
Yeah.
Spill his secret. How am I gonna word this? Okay. Let's see. Who's tried the intimidation route?
Bob has.
Bob and Seleucos have both been intimidating. I believe Phil is also attempting to be maybe intimidating, but he rolled diplomacy, so it's hard to say.
No, I was trying to be nice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
I could try being ass.
I'm gonna kind of bring the little guy over to me a little bit and put my arm around his shoulder. Look back at Cellulose and Bob.
Mhm.
You're an alchemist, right?
No, fighting.
Bob's the fighter,
fighting man.
the big
Oh wait,
fighter.
who's the alchemist?
That's
that's me.
QW. Yeah,
Okay,
the top hat little guy. Basically, Bob had him by the throat and threatened him.
right.
Seleucos bit
Forgot
at
to
him and threatened at him, and then Phil and QW have both talked to him in a mildly threatening but mostly diplomatic way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the little guy. Take the little guy over
Holds
to.
him out to you.
You give him over.
Take the little guy. I mean, like, put him down. Put him down. Take the little guy over to, kind of with my back to everyone, and put my arm around his shoulder.
He's
Go.
shaking like a leaf. Appears to be extremely injured.
Hey, it's okay. It's all right. Give him a piece of jerky from my pack. Here, have a piece of jerky. There you go. Now,
He
there are
gobbles it
certain
down
things.
greedily.
There are things that kind of need to know. Okay. Now you let us know these things, and nothing bad will happen. But I can't guarantee your safety if you don't let us, if you don't tell us anything. Okay. I point over at Seleucos and see, that's not the guy you need to be worried about. I know he's a big scary lizard man. But see that little goblin right there with the cane and the weird looking flasks? That's the guy you need to be scared of. Now, if you don't tell me what you know, I'm going to hand you over to him. I don't think you're going to want to like that. So go ahead and tell us what you know, and we'll let you go. Pretty easy.
All right, roll the diplomacy. Let's see it.
If this fails, it'll be too funny.
Well, there are a number of reasons why. No, 10 is enough. 10's enough, actually. Finally, someone got a 10. The kobold looks back in fear at Seleucos and Bob, and now specifically Heartbone, and he's like, "Okay, I'll talk to you, but I won't talk to these others." And he kind of shuffles away from them a little bit more. He said, "Okay, I'll tell you about the boss.
Okay.
Okay, if you let me go, I'll tell you about the boss."
You have my word.
Okay. So, Boss Zolgren, he's the big leader of the kobolds. She's got powerful magic. I wouldn't try and fight her. She's gonna roast you alive. She's very angry all the time and demands a lot from all of her servants, especially now that we have a powerful new friend.
Who is this friend?
I'm not. I've just been told that we have a powerful friend. That's all she said.
Ooh. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me? How many other kobolds are there? Soldiers and
So many. We have so many kobolds in our group. Our den is filled. Kobolds out the ears. You thought we were just out here scouting and getting into this cage. There's good stuff. Me think good stuff in this cage. And we were gonna get good stuff for Zolgren. But now you stopped us.
oh, well, I'm sorry.
There's so many kobold. You don't go down there. You die. You'll die. We'll get you. We'll kill you. And now he tries to scamper away.
I grab a hold of him.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You easily grab a hold of him and hold him
No.
back.
See, when I told you that I was going to let you go, I lied. And I'll...
Mhm.
Is there a place I can go to toss this guy and kill him?
Yeah, I mean, anywhere.
I'm
really.
gonna try and intercede
Oh.
And
and
actually,
say,
Phil's going to
You-
get a throwing dagger ready just in case.
Okay.
we said we'd let him go. We should do that.
Deal's a deal. Or you'll find my dagger between your eyes.
Do we have to let him go in one piece?
Yes.
Yes.
He's shaking and trying to pull away. You said you'd let me go. I told you everything I know.
Fine.
The
Let him
minute
go.
the minute you let go, he runs as fast as he can back the way you guys came from and disappears into the darkness.
Dang. I was hoping he'd run towards where the other kobolds were.
Nope.
This way he won't alert them.
He actually was being honest too. He wanted to leave and not come back. Okay, so now you guys are in this room, this ancient storeroom. I'll read that part again. So this large room looks like it was once a storeroom for a building above. Basically, you can make out there's a cage here, an iron cage that is locked, but it appears to be full of crates and barrels. And then let me know what else you want to do.
I'm going to try and pick my way in.
Okay, you're going to check the door. Anyone else want to do anything else?
Rob is going to collect his club from the pile of goo where he left it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bob, as you're walking kind of over there, you're walking past one of the corpses of the kobolds that you slew, and you notice sticking out of one of its pockets some dried fish.
Ooh.
As a
Oh,
noticer
yeah.
of these kinds of things.
Definitely. Bob grabs that dried fish.
Yeah.
And then casts a quick eye over the other corpses to see if they have anything.
They also have fish. Yeah, dried fish in their pockets. And it looks very
Anybody
similar
else want some,
to
anybody else want some fish?
Yeah. It looks really similar to the fish that came from the basement of the Otari fishery.
Tastes the same too.
Oh, they were just trying to eat. What a shame.
Maybe. Some of the kobolds are carrying dried fish, and so clearly they were involved in the thefts, right? A whole lot more fish is missing from that storeroom that can be explained by just 4 kobolds, though.
I cast
Be working in
detect
shifts.
magic
Detect magic?
just to see if there's anything. Yeah, just to see if there's
let me
anything.
see.
It's a 30-foot emanation, so
Yeah, let me
everywhere, yeah.
double check. Yes, actually, you do sense a faint emanation of magic coming from the crates.
I will point out to the party.
Phil, you are trying to pick this lock. Give me your thievery skill check to pick the lock. If you have a set of thieves' tools, which I believe you do.
Shouldn't I?
I assume you
Let me
do
check my
as a
backpack.
rogue. Usually it's just a thing you get as a rogue. Unless you forgot, but I feel like Phil
yeah, I
would
have
most
I do have a
definitely
thievery.
yeah, have
Yeah,
a thievery
thieves'
kit.
toolkit.
Okay. Okay, so thieves tools, you'll roll a thievery skill check to see about picking the lock.
Okay.
Very good. Greater than a 15. Click. The lock springs open. Phil's deft hands quickly pick the lock, and the door swings open.
Time to have a browse.
Time to have a browse. All right. Give me some perception checks. Anyone who comes in here to look around.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yeah,
long
I'll
as-
help fill out.
Yep, as long as one of you...
Yeah, sure. I'll make a perception check.
Yeah, roll some perceptions.
Kinda.
Excellent. You all are very good at finding things. Bob, you find more fish. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Zeke, you don't really find a whole lot either beyond a few. You find 20 silver pieces in one of the crates. So all told, you guys search these boxes pretty thoroughly and feel like you do a very good job of searching them. Most of them contain long spoiled food and stained cloth. But one of them contains a small pile of treasure. 200 silver pieces, a gold ring that does not appear to be magical to your magical senses, Seleucos. I think that was Seleucos, right? That was doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gold ring. And you find a beautiful sword, a beautiful short sword. And this appears to be what is emanating magic. It is a +1 short sword. A magical weapon. A hero using this weapon can increase their bonus attack rolls by 1. Wow. Alright, who wants it?
Don't think. Not a finesse weapon.
It is not a finesse weapon, no. It is a
Is it a
martial.
Oh, I do get a bonus with martial.
Yeah, it is a martial weapon. It has the agile, and it actually is a finesse weapon.
Okay, I'll
and a
take it.
versatile weapon. All right, so Phil wants it. Who else wants it?
I don't think it looks big enough for Bob to really want it. It's
Mm-mm.
not quite a big sword.
All right, if no one else wants it, then Phil gets it. But if someone else wants it, then we will have a roll-off.
I can't use it anyways. so I'm
Okay.
good.
Pass, pass,
I'm
pass.
looking. Yeah, I'm looking for like magic rings and shit.
Yeah, no doubt. You might find some things that are interest to you later. Then, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so it looks like there is no contest for the short sword, the +1 short sword. So you can have that. Grass skull. I will add it to your character sheet.
Yay!
And then, I'm leaving it up to you guys to keep track of money and whatnot.
That's 40 silver each, right?
Yes, it was 200 silver, and then a gold ring that you think is worth probably about 5 gold.
Someone else can have the ring because I've got a shield to sell and I'm holding a short sword to sell for Phil.
Alright, I might have to add this manually then. Give me 1 second. I'm still working on adding the thing here. I've got a short sword here, but not a +1. Whatever, we'll just add the short sword and then edit it. Details. Oh, cool. It does have that already. You just have to change it in here. That's neat. None, martial, precious metal, no. No striking. I think it's just because it was just +1 to the damage rolls, right? Oh, to the attack rolls. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I'll have to mess with that. Just remember that it's a +1 when you attack with that. All right. Otherwise, let's move on. That is all you find in this store room. To the north, there is a closed door.
Phil, did you want to check that door?
I'm coming. I'm gonna check the door, see if it needs to be picked.
It is unlocked.
I'll open it.
Okay. The door swings open, and you see in front of you. Let me open the door. You see in front of you a short hallway. The short hallway has smooth walls of worked stone with a door at either end, though the door at the far end is closed. The floor is tiled with large, square stone tiles. Now, let me know specifically if you're going to go in the hallway, what order you're going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in.
You're going to lead
Go
the way.
first.
All right. So sneaking, give me stop about there. Yeah. Before you do anything else, give me your stealth and your a perception check as well.
Okay.
Okay. Stealthy. Okay. All right. Everything seems fine. Who's gonna follow him in?
Well, since it worked out quite well just now, Bob is going to sort of sneak up behind him.
Okay. So Phil, move up 1.
Oh, I don't sneak.
Bob, you move on. Okay. Bob, you give me your stealth and a perception check.
Oh, Misha kind of sneaks
Does she?
a little bit.
You could have her do some sneaking.
Yeah.
Could give it a shot.
$12. That's not terrible.
That's not terrible, yeah. All right. Everything seems totally normal in this hallway. What could go wrong?
Fucking hate when I hear that.
Go ahead. So I guess it looks like you're stepping forward, Bob's stepping forward, and Misha is following behind, right? So everyone take your T-Rex steps. Everyone take your steps forward. And I will read the next part. Let's see here.
Before you do that, I want to just check something real quick with a roll.
Checking what?
That's-
Doing what?
I tried to see if I could fix that short sword issue. I think I have.
Oh, okay.
So it should be +8 now as opposed to +7.
Perfect.
Yes.
There you go. Excellent. Good job.
I just couldn't figure out the multiple attack penalty thing. That's the real thing.
Yeah, for finesse weapon or agile weapon, it'll be -4 and then -8.
Oh, okay, perfect. So that's fine.
Respectfully. Okay, so as you step there, Phil, and Misha is stepping into the hallway too, yes? Let's just go ahead and put her up in there. There you go. You all... Unfortunately, Misha doesn't get the opportunity to look for this because as Phil steps on that spot, that tile that you're standing on appears to be a little loose or weird. Anyway, it compresses when you step on it. Either way. And then from the ceiling, some stone blocks come falling down on all three of the people that are in this hallway.
No.
Yes. All
Come on,
right.
Phil, use your reflex.
Now, so I'm going to roll starting with... Oh, actually, I can roll it here, I think. Hold on. Oh, I need to move you for just a second. Where'd it go? Will you move yourself for just a second? One down. Thank you.
I'm just.
Nope,
gonna move
that's
down
all I needed. That's all I needed. Go back up. Okay, so all on the hallway, one range strike against each creature. Yep. Okay. So and it's +8. So against Phil, against Bob, and against Misha. Ooh, Bob got lucky.
I don't get to make a reflex save.
No, it's a strike. So it drops rocks down upon you. There is no reflex or anything like that. It's a striking thing as to whether you are able to dodge or not, right? So if it hits your AC, it's a 16 hit you,
No.
then you dodged out of the way. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. It was a 9 against Bob. That's obviously a miss. Does a 19 hit Misha?
Yes.
Okay, Misha will take some damage. Misha takes 2 damage as the rocks crash down into the hallway.
Well, that's not too bad.
I
Yeah.
like to think Bob just like squeezes himself, or Phil squeezes himself into the fucking corner and just like, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, Bob probably punched the rock out of the air.
Bob's like, did something hit me?
Yeah. pebbles dropping on Bob's head. Okay, so it appears as though that triggered trap was all that was going to happen. You look up and you see that there are no more stones up there or anything like that. If you were to step on the trigger again, it does nothing. But Phil, you realize that you probably could have noticed this now that you're looking at it. If you had been a little more observant. Okay, so now here you are at another closed door.
I'm going to open it.
Open the closed door.
Bam.
Let me make sure that was open. I believe it was. Yes, it was unlocked and open. So, you open the door and reveal yet another chamber. I'll let you guys kind of move your way in there. There are no traps that you can tell or anything like that. I will have you roll and stuff if there are potentially traps. So, you walk into... here, I'll get this. The door to this chamber silently glides open to reveal a long room. 2 stone statues of priests stand in the corners along one side of the room, facing a towering statue of a man holding out both of his hands, palms up. In front of this statue is a stone altar holding 9 golden coins. A voice booms out of the statue. In my hands I judge the value of all wealth, raising up whichever is greater. One of these coins is a deception. Find it using only 2 judgments and receive my blessing.
Ooh.
So anyone that wants to learn more about the statue can roll religion checks.
Yes, I can do religion, I think.
Indeed.
I cannot do religion. I can do arcana and occultism.
Yeah.
I did an untrained check.
Yeah, you can do untrained knowledge checks, but I think you get a
Could, but I
you
shouldn't.
don't get any bonuses basically.
Bob, you're drooling on yourself again.
Oh, Bob.
Well,
Careful,
that's a
Spug.
religion.
Bob thinks this is a shrine to the guy he bought his last cheeseburger from. It looks just like him. Everyone else who looks at this statue, you all realize that it is a statue of Abadar, who is the god of wealth and civilization. A generally good god. So what do you do?
I want to take his test.
Okay. So you have 9 coins in front of you. One, he said, is a fake. And in his hands, he judges the value of coins against each other, with one hand raising when it is higher value.
Okay.
And he said, if you can do it in 2 judgments, then you do it. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to do something here. Okay. So, what do you do?
Do these appear to be coins of any particular nation or town?
No, they appear to be standard golden coins that you might find in a market even now.
So, like, nothing out of the ordinary.
They all look the same. They all weigh the same. They all feel the same. Smell, taste the same.
There any writing on them at all?
No, they are blank golden coins.
Can we only get 2 attempts to name the correct coin, or we only get to weigh
The
twice?
statue said, I judge value of all wealth, raising up whichever is greater. One of these coins is a deception. Find it in only 2 judgments and receive my blessing.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring my scales.
Even just holding them in your hands, you realize that they all weigh the same.
So, okay, what
Yep.
are we trying to do here? I'm kind of confused.
Well, you have 9 coins in front of you, and you're trying to figure out which is the fake by using a scale that is judging the weight of the value of the coins.
Okay. I remember. I know this. I know this riddle.
Mhm.
I know this riddle.
It's a common one. It's a rather
We split them into 3 groups: coins 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9.
okay.
I'm going to put 1, 2, and 3 on one hand, 4,
Mhm.
5, and 6 on the other.
Okay. The hands remain equal. That's 1 judgment. What do you do next?
Right. So now we've narrowed it down that it has to be of the final 3.
Mm-hmm.
So from there,
So you have coins 7, 8, and 9 left.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to put coins 7 in one hand, 9 in the other.
7 in one, 9 in the other, and
Oh,
leaving
yeah.
8. Leaving 8 off of it.
Yep.
Okay. The hand holding the 9 coin raises up. So
So it's probably the 9 coin.
no.
No, it's
Wait.
7 because 7's heavier.
It
Oh,
raises up
I
the
figured-
greater
okay.
value. One of the coins is
Okay,
fake.
I was
Indeed.
thinking that the fake coin would have been lighter. But,
No,
okay.
he judges based on value, not based on weight.
Okay.
So the one that gets raised is actually a gold coin, and the one that didn't get raised, you are correct. Number 7 is the fake. Well done. That is the solution for that puzzle. Yes, you split them into 3, and then you compare 2 groups, and you learn what you learn from comparing those 2 groups, and then you go from there. Very, very well done. Excellent. So you get now, as you select, as you shout that coin number 7, or you point out that coin, that one's the deception, the statue says, very good. And the coin in the right hand, coin number 7, turns to a lead coin, and the rest of the coins drop to the altar and clink as real gold coins. So you gain 8 gold coins from that. And then also, this door up here that appeared to have no handle, no nothing, suddenly slides open.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Bill's gonna have a look, seeing as now we've all got, 2 gold coins apiece?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Why did my
If no one
music
else is
stop?
taking a lead coin, Bob's going to have that too.
You can take the lead coin. It is worthless. It is a worthless lead coin.
Actually, not necessarily. Could be good as a distraction.
Well, as far as monetary value goes, it has none.
It's useless, yeah.
It looks
take
like a
it
lead
outside the
coin now.
box.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, so so you enter the room. The small chamber contains an old wooden chest emblazoned with the symbol of a key. Behind the chest is a massive contraption of gears and pulleys that looks like the inner workings of some unseen device.
Okay.
sorry.
Get out of my space.
I need to get on top of you.
Social distancing. All right, so
What's is in here?
that you just phased into a wall.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
I
wall
did?
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a wall.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
that's a wall there. And it actually, as you guys step in, you notice it is dark except for the light you see coming from Seleucos. However, you do see small shafts of light coming through this wall. And
So
if
I wanna-
you... Go ahead.
I want to inspect this thing more clearly. I
Sure.
want to have a proper hard look at it.
So, it is a chest, which you discover is unlocked. And inside are the blessings of Abadar. So, inside the chest is 214 copper pieces, 22 silver pieces, and 3 gold pieces. There is
How
also
many silver?
22. I'm going to write all this down as well.
I'm gonna give it to the religious one to divvy up.
Okay.
Even
There's-
though I solved the puzzle.
In addition to the coins, there is a rolled up piece of parchment and a small glass box containing a single emerald.
We'll take the emerald. I'm very curious why it's in a small glass box. And I'll give the parchment to Celery.
And then we have the scroll of the rolled up piece of parchment.
That is a great name for the scroll of wrapped up parchment.
Upon inspection of the scroll, if any magically inclined folks inspect it, you discover that it is in fact a scroll of magic missile.
Ooh! Ooh!
There you go. I was about to say, I thought you might like that one. So, any spellcaster type, like say Zeke, can use a scroll of magic missile to cast magic missile once without expending a spell slot or even having it prepared. Once used, the scroll will crumble to dust. So it is a scroll of magic missile. Bam. So I assume Zeke shows great interest in the scroll.
Ooh.
Okay, everybody gets 1 gold piece and 45 copper.
It's a first rank spell, right?
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell, I believe.
Okay.
I think we should be able to just add a scroll of...
Yeah. It
whatever
says
to you.
scroll of first rank spell.
Oh, I
So
see.
I was going to.
That works, yeah. And you could always change it. Just make it is magic missile is the spell. Okay.
How much copper did you say?
Yeah, go over that.
45?
45.
45 and 1 gold. All told. All right. Phil, give me a perception check as you were the one kind of closely looking at this box. Oh, very good. Very good. At the back of the chest, you notice there's a lever protruding.
Yeah.
Roll a... Anyone, if you bring people's attention to it, can roll a crafting check to see what this lever might do, or if you might be able to figure that out. Very good.
Do you bring it to our attention or not?
I just have a look at it. I have pretty good crafting.
Looks like no, he's not going to bring attention to it. However, Phil, you realize you kind of peek behind you, right? And you're able to see through this wall into this room here.
Mm-hmm.
And tiny holes in the wall. On the far side of the area, you see a kobold standing watch. Up here.
Okay.
If you listen, you can hear fragments of quiet conversation between a few other kobolds out of sight, talking about the boss's new pet and plans for the town above. You realize, looking out here, that this is probably trapped, and the lever probably activates the trap, and the kobolds probably are unaware of the trap, because the only way to get in here was solving that puzzle.
Okay.
So
I'll explain to them all my findings.
Yeah, you discovered the lever is currently in the disabled or disarmed position.
I have a theory. If I pull this lever, something will happen in there. But yous will need to be a distraction and give me a signal to pull it.
You don't think that it's a trigger lever. You think that you can activate the trap to be set off by some other trigger in that room.
Oh, okay.
So it's not
In that
something
case-
where you'll pull the trigger and something will fire off or something like that.
Okay. I explained that to them, and I set the lever into active.
All right. Click. You hear a couple gears turn and a couple clicks in the distance and other noises. And you feel like you have activated this trap, and it is now set to spring. All right, now what? That's it for the Chamber of Abadar.
Gonna scoot on out. Getting claustrophobic in there. And I'm gonna ready here at the door and wait for everyone to get ready to go in and explain that I've heard multiple
Yeah, you heard kobolds.
hostiles.
Definitely kobolds up
Potential
here. Potentially kobolds. Yeah, potential hostiles. Okay, so everyone just lines up.
He's going
Yeah?
to prepare his sword and shield.
Okay.
And raise both of those whilst we're still
Sword
in
and
here.
shield.
I'm gonna get my
Looks like Harpoon's gonna
well-
allow you forward.
anytime I think there's danger, I'm always gonna pull out the sword, my short sword and dagger.
Okay.
It used to be the rapier, but that's now
That short sword is, yeah.
better.
All right. So, you're gonna open the door.
I am.
Okay. The door opens with a creak, revealing a massive chamber that looks like an audience hall. On the far side, a broad set of stairs leads up to where a throne might have once been. Pillars support the high ceiling, and the ruined tatters of once decorative banners still hang from them. A decorative tile pattern centered in the middle of the room shows through the grim coating of the floor. So it is a little gross and old in here. So, yes, roll me. Are you trying to be... oh, wait, no, never mind. So as the door swings open, you hear the kobold up here shout and point. And we are going to enter combat.
Thank God I was always sneaking.
Hey, Mongoose, can you give me back permission on the thing?
I'm not sure what you're asking for.
On the music.
Oh, God. Sorry.
No, it was me. I had to leave it and come back because mine had broken.
Fair enough. Should be okay now.
All right, yep, I should be good. Thank you. I just need to switch to dish.
Indiana Pathways for Aging helps Hoosier Medicaid members age 60 and over live life their way.
My daughter can assist with my personal care, and I get help making the meals that I enjoy.
I got transportation to the Adult Day Center for care.
Okay. So, oh, I was rolling those private Onyx now. Okay. So I think we've got everyone in except for Zeke.
Bloop.
Perfect.
I got 12.
Perfect. Okay. So first up, Phil, you realize that the trap probably is triggered somewhere over here.
Okay. Gonna scoot up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let the others be careful not to go too far up. There might be the trigger.
Okay.
Back. I'm gonna go 10. What's there? 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole blue area in the middle, from here all the way down here, up to here, and over to here. All of that seems to be your senses are telling you that you should not step there.
Okay.
I just because you rolled so well on the trap thing, I'm gonna tell you that.
Okay. I shout to the others not to go near the blue tiles as I run in.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna ready in action, get my dagger ready just in case, and when they get within 10 feet, give it an old chuck.
Okay. Ready and in action to chuck a dagger at anything that comes near. Seleucos.
I'll go into the room
Okay.
and go there. And shockingly, gonna try needle darts.
All right.
So a few things to click through with this.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
That's a hit.
22 is a hit.
Yep.
Roll damage.
There you go.
Average. That is my
That's on
turn.
the
As
wrong
3
thing.
slivers of metal go into the sky.
There we go. All right.
The one at the top.
Yeah. I got him. I hit him.
And I was telling other people.
Oh yeah. He took 7 damage. Needles pierce into this kobold's kind of flesh. And he's like, ow. And he hisses and screeches. Anything else for you on your turn?
No, that's everything I can do. That's my turn.
Alright. Up next is Zeke and Misha.
We're gonna go ahead and.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, you've been warned not to step in these 3 rows
Okay.
of tiles by Phil.
Okay, so. What does this do? Alright, well, I'm going to target this kobold.
Okay.
No, wait, I'm going to target this kobold. That's kobold, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
He
that
appears
kobold.
to look a little different from the other ones. Like maybe he's older or more experienced. He's a bit bigger.
I'm going to cast Phase Bolt.
Okay.
Main attack.
Yeah.
That'll be a 23.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And then damage is 3d4.
You were targeting this one down here, right?
No, this.
Or
this
the middle one. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep, that is still a hit. All right. 12 damage. Big hit. Bam. All right.
Then gonna have. She can't really do a whole lot. Well, I can send her. So, how does movement work exactly?
What do you mean?
Like just normal movement, like 30 feet. Is that like an action?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, one stride action is you move up to your movement speed.
So Misha will go. Oh,
this
dang.
is
Okay, well that's
a wall. Yep.
Oh, I thought that was an overhang.
No.
Okay.
Nope. There's a big
So we can't-
outcropping here, so there's
So we
no
can't
way to walk
go-
through there. No.
Without walking through here.
Correct.
I don't like that. Well, I guess there's not really a whole lot Misha can do. So,
She could run over yonder this way. You know.
sure, we'll do that. Bloop. And that's it. That's all I can do.
All right. It is now QW Heartbone's turn.
All right, I'll move out into the hallway. Up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then hold my action for something to come closer.
All right.
And then I have infused reagents in my hand as well as an empty vial.
All right. Sounds good. So your plan. What spot are you targeting for your action here? Are you doing a held action then, or?
Yeah, I'm holding an action in case it comes towards Seleucos.
Okay, towards here. So
The
if they go
spud can handle
here,
himself,
here-
I think. So can Seleucos, but
Okay, so if they reach like here or here, basically. Okay. Okay, got you. All right, moving on. It is kobold time. Kobold time. Kobold time. The kobold. This one runs up, and as he steps here, the trap triggers suddenly, and spears come shooting out of this western wall. Choo choo choo! One of which, let's see if it actually hits him. Probably will. Oh yeah. Yeah. One of the spears catches this kobold and sends him flying this way over the head of this kobold and pins him to the to the wall back here, killing him instantly. And you think the trap's probably been triggered at this point.
I hope so.
That probably did it. This one screeches in horror and then runs up and tries to attack Misha with his spear. I've got a 9 and a 16.
16 hits.
The 16 hits.
Mhm.
Alright, so Misha takes 3 piercing damage from that.
Ow.
You hear a hiss and a snarl, and another kobold comes running out from the darkness back here. 10, 15, 20, 25. Is it 25? Yes, it is 25. So that's 1. And then 2. As he steps here, you think it might go off again, and it doesn't. But he goes over here. As he reaches here, he'll trigger the QW Heartbone experience. Probably like here-ish, maybe? I don't know.
let me dig it out. Now, for the sake of ease, this is going to be Alchemist Fire.
Okay.
But it's using the infused reagent. That's actually a 17, so I don't know if that hits.
17 if you're... Yeah, yes, that'll hit.
There's a total of 9 fire damages. Improvised alchemist fire goes spurting all over this thing's face.
Oh, yeah. That is enough to kill it. So, what does that? He just melts suddenly, bursts into flame, and screeches horribly. And that ends his turn. So next, we move on to this other kobold here. Gosh darn it. Okay. This guy. Is that 3 actions to do that? No. Yes. Is it? Hold on, sorry. Okay. Yeah. You see this one do something over here. Just fiddling with something. And it moves back around to the top of the order. Graskell. Or I'm sorry.
Bob.
No, it's Bob's turn. Yes. Bob.
Poor Bob.
Always at the
Yeah,
back
Bob's
of the
wondering.
line.
He's
We
wondering where
haven't
everybody
forgot
went.
you, Bob. Bob, we love you.
What? Where are you going? Right, anyway. He is going to charge suddenly all the way around here. And with his sudden charge, he can move double his speed and he can get here.
Okay.
And clobber this kobold just below him with the old sword.
Sorry. Let's see. That is a hit. Ooh, and a kill. Making short work of these kobolds.
And final action is going to be raising of the shield, just in case any more rocks fall out of the sky.
Okay. Now is Phil the Short's turn.
Yay! Hopefully safe. Hopefully safe.
It explodes! No, I'm just kidding. You're good. you've set off the trap. You don't think it'll... It does appear to, like, kind of... You hear clanking and noises, like it might be resetting itself, but it feels like it might take a while.
Okay. Oh, so that's where the turn orders are. So how do I select something to target?
It's
With
Alt
the attack.
click, I think.
Okay.
I can't remember what it is. Control click, shift click, something.
There's also
Dagger
select
time.
targets
Yeah.
on the left.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yes, yeah, there's a targeting button if you... Yeah. But anyway, 14 does not hit.
Oh no. And I can't throw my can I throw my short sword? No, I can't. Do I take one for team? Yep. do a quick skirt around, and then I'm just gonna stand there and look at him menacingly.
Mm-hmm. Where did you walk to go there?
So I would have went up this way,
Okay,
up north,
that's fine.
up and around. Because we saw him do something to the tiles in front of him, so Bill's not taking that chance.
Uh-huh.
He went parkour, parkour, parkour.
Yep.
And then he's just gonna stand there looking at him.
Okay. It is Seleucos' turn.
I was gonna go there and needle darts, but being as Phil's been very helpful and given flanking, which is putting the guy off guard and cutting his AC, I'm gonna move a bit further, and I'm gonna try attacking him with a friendly bite.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, a critical hit. Yep, that'll kill it. Go ahead and describe your kill.
I rip his throat out and fling it onto the tiles like a good cleric of Seven Ray.
Yes, yes. So yes, he's killed, and we've reached our playback limit. No, damn shame that. Okay. So the last kobold dies with a sputter. You realize that what he had done was he set a spike, like a trap here, like a bear trap, basically. He put out right there. So if anyone had stepped right there, they would have had to deal with the bear trap. Okay, so you've killed everything. Now what?
I'm gonna loot the bodies.
Okay. Gonna loot
Yeah,
the
there might be more
bodies.
fish on there.
All right. Each of these kobolds has dried fish.
Yes.
Yep, more dried fish. Leather armor. Each one's wearing a suit, a set of leather armor. There are spears, a total of 6 spears. Among the 3 of the kobolds have a spear, and then this kobold, the bigger one, was carrying 3. And 2 unused spike traps.
Oh, I'll take the traps.
Okay, take the spike traps. In addition to the spike traps and the spears, the bigger kobold also has a short sword and a necklace. It's a simple... Go ahead.
Just going to cast Detect Magic on the necklace. Well, generally, but looking at the necklace.
Let me see. It is not magical. It is a simple copper chain with a cracked piece of a large eggshell as its pendant. The eggshell's kind of weird. It's ivory in color, but has strange green veins running through it.
Would I know anything about that?
Let's see. You can roll a nature check.
Okay.
Well, judging by the size of this piece and its kind of slope, This piece is only 3 inches across, but the egg it came from must have been pretty big. You can't really identify what, maybe a reptile, giant turtle.
Okay, I share this with the party.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look familiar?
No, you've never seen anything like it. Now, you have an opportunity here. You see a large winding stairway down. However, everything appears to be very quiet now. You have the option to potentially go back and report what you found so far. You could rest here and try to recuperate spells or anything like that. Or, yeah, I mean, you can just push forward and move on.
It might be treasure.
So you took their belongings. I did that. You don't find any other treasure in this room. You do find the staircase to the back, which descends even deeper into the earth.
I was also gonna say I'm gonna grab a couple of them spears.
Okay, so you're grabbing a couple spears.
Yeah, for hooking.
Okay, and then you've got a couple of spike traps as well. We'll work on that. I don't know if I
just created
specifically
a
how
thing.
they work. Yeah.
I just created a custom thing saying spike trap in my inventory. Just
There
in case.
is here. I'll send you like what I'll send you the spike trap thing from the stat block of the trap master here. And then we'll talk about what it takes for you to be able to deploy them and all that effectively.
Okay.
Okay. So, you found the strange jewelry and stuff. So you want to move forward. We have 1 vote for moving forward. What's everyone else want to do?
Should move forward.
My inclination is we finish the job.
Finish the job. Okay.
AKA move forward.
Okay, no need for any rest. Everyone's ready to just plug along. Here, let me get rid of these.
Fine. Drop into a sneak as I descend down
You're
the
gonna
staircase.
sneak down the stairs. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hanging back a bit like before, because obviously not stealthy.
Right, okay. So yeah, give me a marching order. And then we are going to move to the next.
I'll go down next after Phil. We're used to working together.
So in place of the dagger, I have instead equipped a spear to hook. Oh wow.
Got Phil, QW.
Sneak. Just so that we can get everybody in.
I'm just kind of putting everyone out here right now, yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of duck behind this cover and just.
Wait a second before you do that. Okay. So, not a whole lot of trouble with the top floor, eh, boys? Interesting, huh?
Have to heal anyone for the last 2 battles.
Okay, so you're descending the staircase before you step out into this room. So yeah, before you're actually out there. No, you're good. Before you're actually out there, the stairs spiral down deep into the earth before ending in a chamber that looks like it's been prepared specifically to defend against intruders. On one side of the room, a table has been turned on its side to provide cover, while on the other, crates and barrels have been piled up to create a second barrier. So that's what you're seeing here and here. Now, I want everyone to roll perception, or actually no, I need what your perception DC is, which is your perception plus 10.
Mine's 13.
Okay.
14.
17.
Okay. 17.
200.
All right. 17 appears to be the highest.
14 is mine.
Okay. Let's see. We are gonna do a little
Bob
bit.
doesn't know what his perception is. He's not very perceptive about himself either.
There's one of those. If we do another one, gotta beat a 17. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah, this room seems to be empty. Let's see. But as you step up to this barricade, Phil, and everyone else that's following, suddenly you notice lurking in the dark, there were a couple of dudes, and they attack suddenly. Dun dun
Did they spot
dun.
me is the question.
I don't know. Did you roll your stealth?
I did go down sneaky, but you never asked for the stealth check on the way down.
I don't know. Did you roll your stealth?
I did.
I got a 9.
Yes, they did. As it turns out, they noticed you real good.
I'm too sneaky.
They noticed you so good. Okay, hold on one sec. Yes.
I shouted at them that they didn't see me, and I rolled to intimidate.
Right. Right. Okay, so you've rolled initiatives. So yeah, go ahead and roll initiatives. Let me get you guys all in combat here. Combat. All right, blah blah blah. So yeah, roll initiative. Phil can use stealth if he wants to do on his initiative.
I did. I got a 14.
Okay. Stealth check. Oh, I didn't do that. 20. That's what I should have used. Oh well. Okay. Right on. So I should have used their stealth for that. Either way, they would have ended up where they were, so it's totally fine. So it starts with Heartbone. Heartbone, you actually don't see these guys just yet.
Yeah, and I'm following Phil, so
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not necessarily holding my action. I just don't have one.
Well, you can... the kobolds hid themselves, but you're aware that they're there. You can hear them now. And you sense that you're about to get attacked, right? You just don't know where they are. So if you want to try and find them, you can do a seek action. Which is
why not?
The roll of a perception check.
Probably not.
If it's higher than a 20.
Nope.
All right, you have no idea where they're at, yeah.
In which case, I've just got my hand them the reagent pouch for somebody to pop out, and then I'll quick action toss something their way.
Okay. Okay. All right. At that moment, the two kobolds pop out from their hiding places and fire off. One of them actually is going to. Oh, one of them hops out and swings a short sword at Phil the Short. Phil. Now you are aware that he is there. No. Oh, crap.
I don't see the roll.
Yeah. It's a 12.
Nope.
5. 16 to hit. Why does it keep doing that? Hold on. Public rolls. Reveal. There we go. 16 to hit.
Nope.
And one last one. Nope, that won't do it either. Alright, he swings wildly at you. Meanwhile, this one over here pulls out a crossbow and takes aim at Heartbone.
Damn it, why can't I have a reaction to do that thing from the bodyguard? No, smack.
Man,
That is a miss.
I'm rolling like shite. I'm gonna have to arbitrarily beef up all of my enemies to account for my bad rolling. And by arbitrarily, I mean ridiculously brokenly. Alright, yep, he misses all of his shots too. That's unfortunate. What a great game. So fun for everyone involved. Moving on.
I take it I can probably see them now.
Yeah, they're out.
Oh,
All right.
Alright, that moves it to... Oh, Zeke wasn't up there yet. I'm sorry. When I was looking at the turn order earlier, I thought you were down at the bottom, but it's because you hadn't rolled yet. My bad. Go ahead, Zeke.
I can't see anything. Fuck. There we go. God, fucking walls. Fuck these walls.
shouldn't be lagging behind.
Am I able to actually get inside here? Inside
Yes.
the room? Okay. I guess, I'm gonna shoot that thing with, with needle darts.
Go ahead.
Heck. It's gonna be a 16.
That's a hit.
Sweet. Then damage. It's gonna be 11.
11 damage. That was on this guy. Left
Yeah.
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Deal some damage to him. Now what?
I guess I will have Nisha move forward.
Okay.
And yeah, should be it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Seems about right. All right. That brings us to Seleucos.
Gonna run in and have a friendly bite.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a miss, I take it.
Yep, that's a miss.
Okay, I'll try a claw attack next.
Okay. That's a hit.
Not much damage, but there we are.
Hey, it is enough. It is enough damage. Apparently, I need to balance these a little harder for you guys, huh?
I'd rather you not.
Nah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna. After this session, I'm most definitely gonna.
It's like a threat.
Just
You know
watch
what?
his
Too easy.
next session. We'll
Too
just
easy.
roll
Fuck.
shite.
It's like, this is too easy. Fuck you.
It is too easy. Now you get punished for that. You're gonna get punished for Paizo's mistake.
Aww.
No.
That's the
I didn't
that's the end
balance
of my
these
turn.
at all, so I just did them as they were in the book, so they're built to be easy. That's the end of Seleucos's turn. It is Phil's turn.
Can I get in there?
Sure.
Okay, time to start swinging.
Okie dokie. It's a hit. Okay.
And now is he off? Is he flat-footed now because I got a successful attack?
Is that how that works?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
No, that's not how that works.
Ah. Okay. Second swing. Ah.
No, that's a miss. Okay.
That's
It brings us to Bob's turn.
throw the club.
Yeah. You can't throw it that far. You can only throw it 10 feet. I'm assuming he can see what's going on from
Aren't
this
you
little
in
spot by the stairs. He is just going to suddenly charge his way
Indeed.
all around.
It's got a bit of a
here.
barricade, but yeah, you can go
Mhm.
around it.
And slap him with a sword. Yeah.
14 is a miss. What else you got?
Oh, while we're here, I can try swinging it again.
Another miss, unfortunately.
Well, hopefully I'll look good doing it at least.
Indeed. Swingy, swingy. Next, it brings us back around to, Heartbone. I guess I'm sorry, I forgot about your prepared dealie. So if you want to do that first, and we'll act as if it was before Phil and Bob showed up.
Back in 1 second.
Because I forgot, my bad.
It's almost as if Bob didn't show up. So there you go.
Distance, yeah.
I'll get a slight cover bonus from his barricade, but it's not enough to protect him from your bottled lightning. So go ahead, roll some damage on that. Alright.
7 lightning damage and he's off guard.
Alright, then in that case, he would have died to Phil. So it is what it is. Alright. That's that.
Did anyone get hit?
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Ouch,
Yeah.
you
So you
can't
can retcon Bob. Just standing in the doorway, pokes his head in, looks around and sees everyone's already dead and goes, pulls another dried fish out of his back pocket.
Indeed. I was having the time of his life. Let's see.
He hasn't eaten this well in months.
Let's go back to this.
Liberals have quit on America. They let our cities burn and our border overflow. Jefferson Shreve's dead.
Okay, there's that. Okay, so here we are in this room. Da-da-da-da. Yep, so yeah, beyond the barricades, there's not much else here. What else would you like to do? Or how would you guys like to approach this? You see in front of you up here, there's a large barricade. It's a makeshift barricade at the back of the room. And then otherwise you see a room off this way. I need to give light to Seleucus again.
And Bob wants to discuss the specifics of the job, because as far as he's concerned, we're quite some way from the fishery now. And is this still the fishery job? Have we cleared that out? Do we need to go back and demand more money to go further down? So at the moment we're getting what, 5 gold pieces?
10
I think.
each. 10 each for
10
helping,
each,
yeah.
10 each. Okay,
But we're getting more just exploring.
that is true.
Is this door locked?
So that's a barricade. It's a smelly barricade. You can roll a perception check on it if you want.
Smelly barricade.
Okay. You notice there is the foul stench is actually coming from beyond the barricade, and it smells like rotten fish and sweat.
Maybe we are still in the fishery.
I have an idea. Take a step back, and I tell Bob to get his club out. Somebody ruined all his good fish, and it's behind that barricade. Smash it, boys, smash it.
Bob gets his club out.
Okay.
Think of all that good fish that they wasted.
So you're going to tear down the barricade loudly. Yes?
I drop it to sneak. Bob is
See
going to break it
See
loudly.
what kind of sweaty fish is behind it.
Okay.
Rare.
You tear down the barricade loudly and violently. Okay, beyond the barricade, the passageway meanders briefly. The floor descends slightly and soon becomes flooded by a shallow pool of water. The water appears to be flowing out of a passageway to the right. Over here. Shimmering blue light in that direction reflects off the light of the water there. The main passageway continues to the left, over a slight depression in the floor where the water is pooled. An overpowering stench drifts from around the bend, from up that way.
What do you think, Bob? We got this?
Sorry, what did you say? I was overpowered by stench.
We go in and see what we can see.
Well, yeah, can we hear anything that's might have been disturbed by my smashing?
You can do perception check.
Can.
Ooh, Bob. Bob.
Coming into your own.
Bob, you do hear the sound of dripping water coming from somewhere in the distance, but otherwise you don't hear much else. And the stench is very strong. Back this way a little bit.
I'm going to call...
Oh, I'm sorry. Bob, you also hear a slight growling noise coming from that direction as well, up here.
I'm going to call Heartbone in here.
It smells like my language here.
I need you up here.
He's doing breakdancing.
And I point directly up into this direction.
I'm gonna move in stealthily.
Can we see up this way? Where my marker
Let
is?
me see here.
So I've got...
There's a slight
vision that goes
depression
here.
in the floor that that doesn't always, yeah, you can't always.
That's why I'm asking.
There's a slight depression in the floor here where the water's pooling. Sorry. This is... Yeah, so yeah, you can see back this way, but you can't really make out what's back there. You see a form, maybe? Actually, from you, yeah, you can barely see it.
I'm pointing
No one else
over
can.
that direction to her phone. And like, take a look.
Give your skin what it's asking for with Billy Body Wash. Like a bright
Can I see
glow,
anything
soothing
Just
from where I'm at?
blurry figures.
Blurry figures, yeah. You see shambling forms in the dark up ahead.
Can't quite make out what they are, Phil.
I'm gonna sneak forward a little bit.
Be careful in the water. You can't tell what's in it.
The water. Let's see. The light coming from down this way shimmers and fades as if it's a reflection off the water. As you stop and look at the light, you'll notice faint glimmers of firelight in the reflections, but that seems further away. And that's coming from down this way, where the light is. And then you do hear growling and such, and see some forms kind of shifting and moving around back here.
Rotting where we're at, or is the rotting fish smell coming from further
The
back?
smell appears to be coming from down here. It gets stronger and stronger the closer you get.
So, I'm sneaky, and what I'm gonna do is hook a spear into the water to see if it draws any attention.
Like here-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just see if that gathers any attention from whatever we're hearing growl. What action do you want me to roll on?
What are you doing? Chucking a spear?
Yeah, literally just chucking
roll the spear attack, yeah.
into the water.
Yep, just roll a spear attack.
I'm gonna dismiss Misha for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know how to get rid of her token though.
I'll move her off. Goodbye.
That works.
She's over here if you need her. I can bring her
Okay.
back in. Okay. So, you chuck a spear towards the water over here. It splashes into the water, and you hear the sounds kind of stop briefly from up here, but then just continue. So nothing appears to have changed all that much.
Harpoon, you got anything loud?
Not really. Other than our voices. You do an impression of a large fish?
I look at him and still heavily bandaged and just start opening and closing my mouth. He just sees the bandages move. Is that good enough?
I don't think it's going to attract much attention.
How deep is the water, did you say?
It's not. It's a shallow pool.
Okay.
But just the growling and stuff is why we're being cautious.
Yeah, you
We don't know
hear
what's
some
up there.
growling and some noises.
Bob!
What?
Bob, I need you to make lots of splashing sounds. Use that sword or club of yours.
Try and sound delicious.
I'm
Are
gonna
you hoping
ready.
he can make a noise like a like an injured beast?
Yes, and then I'm gonna ready a spear just in case. Lob at anything that might come near us.
Okay. All right, so yeah, arrange yourselves how you want to be arranged before this action all takes place.
Yeah, Bob prepares to do a little tap dance.
Am I
Okay.
able to fit there?
Let's say yeah. If not, you could move up to where Bob
Okay.
is, like, because he's going to be, I assume, in here somewhere. Once that
Yeah.
all starts, move to wherever you're going to be once this action all starts.
Oh, he's going to be here, so
Okay.
slightly out of view from anything. No, not entirely visible to anything coming down that corridor opposite.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to raise his shield because he's been around the block.
Mm-hmm.
Just before we do this. So I'm kind of ducking in behind that corner just as a caution.
Right. Okay, so you're hiding.
I'm going to ready needle darts to hit anything aggressive that comes within 60 feet that I can see.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready phase bolt just in case his needle darts doesn't hit anything.
Okay. Quick alchemy for lightning from Zeg from QW Heartbone. Okay. All right. So, Bob, describe your action here.
Okay, so at the same time as he's doing this, he's wondering whether it would have been wise to explore further down the other edge of this pool around the rest of that room, make sure there's nobody else down there. But he's committed now, so he's just going to start jumping around, splashing a bit. He might even grunt a couple times. He's going to do a little jig that he learned on board a ship once. Try and make it sound like something interesting.
Right.
It might warrant investigation.
Okay.
A lone tear goes down Phil's face as he looks at the beauty of this dance.
No one's ever seen a jig like this.
Okay. All right, then. You hear from around the corner, suddenly the growling stops. Then you hear shuffling and movement. You hear weapons being drawn. And then you see, coming around the corner, some ugly friends who are coming running around the corner all angry and stinky like.
It's the only kind of friends Bob's ever had.
Can we do a check to see if we know what they are?
Yes, on your turn you can, sure. Right now, it's fight time.
We need the battle.
I held action. I got 18 to hit with needle darts.
18 is a hit on, I assume, the first one.
Yep.
All right.
You're
8
assuming
damage.
he's unfriendly. He might just have come to watch the show.
Okay. 8 damage.
Well, he's unfriendly now because I've just put 3 slivers of metal in his face.
All right. 8 damage. Very good. Who else was doing prepared actions?
Mine,
That's
but
me.
not until they get within 20 feet.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna wait till they get within
All right.
20 some odd feet.
All right. Well, then we were beginning combat. So everyone roll your initiative if you haven't already. I'm just missing Zeke and Bob.
I'll be 14.
All right. So, as this thing comes around the corner at you guys, we're going to begin the encounter here. Switch to some combat music. Okay. As it comes around the corner, the stench of these things becomes unbearable. Everyone within 30 feet. So, everyone except Heartbone. Roll me a fortitude save, I think. Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah, a fortitude save.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, I think we might have had... Let's see. Ooh. Okay, on a failure, which is all of you, you all grow sickened by the stench of this creature, and you all take a -1 penalty to all checks and DCs, including your AC, until you use an action to retch.
Okay, that's
Okay, so they real smelly boys. So you've all got -1 to your saves, your ACs, and your DCs until you retch using an action. And that's just an aura from being near it.
That's actually really an interesting effect.
Now, they attack. They come jumping down. This first one comes running down.
Spear.
And tries to attack Zeke with a swing of his big club.
Before that, I chucked a spear at him. Remember,
I guess I'll let you because... Yeah, I guess I'll let you. The combat started and everything, but I guess I'll let you do that.
So that is...
A miss.
10.
Yep.
Okay. So that's that spear gun.
So that's a miss. It was an 18 to hit Zeke. Zeke, does an 18 hit you? I think it probably does.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, you take a whopping 10 damage as he bashes you upside the head. Whack! And then he turns and tries to claw at Phil in a wild frenzy. Ooh, a 9.
Nope.
Okay. The next one runs up and gets in Bob's face and swings with his club at Bobo. 13 to hit.
Nope.
And then he attempts to take a chomp at you. Nom nom nom. A 6 to hit. Okay, well that's gonna miss.
And I think Bob is still dancing, so he's a difficult.
He's ducking and weaving. He's ducking and weaving. These two Zolgoth warriors run up, and they've got javelins in their hands, and they yuck them. One yucks one at Mongoose, at Seleucos. A 16 to hit.
Because of the -1, that hits.
So stinky. You take 5 damage as he yucks a javelin at you. That's one of his javelins.
This is the first time I've taken damage. Do you apply the stuff or do I?
You do it. Yep.
Okay.
You do it. I'm gonna trust you guys to keep track of your damage and not cheat and everything. So, shook, and then he pulls out a second javelin and chucks it at let's see, at No, you're around a corner. He can't even see you.
He could
Go ahead.
curve it like wanted.
That's not how that works. So he just yucks it at Seleucus again.
Racism.
A critical miss. It sails harmlessly off to the side, ricochets, and hits his friend for 1 damage.
Okay, Mr. Zeg, you want to go first, or should I?
Nope. One more Zolgath.
No, I was just asking now because we both got 21 for initiative.
Yeah. So this one back here is going to huck some javelins as well, but he's going to huck 1 at Zeke and 1 at Seleucus. The first one is at Zeke, and the second one is at Seleucus. 25 to hit Zeke, 18 to hit Seleucus.
Yeah, that hits.
What's your AC right now, Zeke?
15.
I wondered that.
Oh.
So that's a crit. Have some of that. 16 damage to Zeke.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm down.
Zeke goes down. 6 damage to Seleucus.
Okay.
Alright. And that is it for the Zolgoth's turn. Got a little spicy. We're getting a little spicy finally for the party. A little spice. Alright, I will look up death stuff when we get around to your turn, Zeke. But for now, it is QW Heartbone's turn. You were not affected by the stench, but once this one moved up closer, I need you, Heartbone, to also roll a fortitude save.
Did roll a 15.
Oh, you did.
That was gonna be the case.
Yes. Okay, then you also fail, and you are sickened. You have the -1 as well, unless you use an action to retch.
Move up. I'll retch a little bit because I'm getting used to the stink, but I'm an Iron Gut Goblin. This is nothing. Then I will chuck my quick alchemy lightning at this.
Mm-hmm. Were you meant to have one as they approached as well?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have used it that far out.
Okay. Okay. Alright, well, roll to hit then.
Trying to figure out why the heck it's not letting me. I'm just gonna do it this way. Don't quite get the. Oh, it was thinking it wasn't drawn. Despite the fact that I had.
Oh. Yeah, we'll ignore that. Go ahead.
God damn it. I don't think an 8's gonna do it.
No, that is a miss.
What happens with a miss with a splash weapon that's thrown?
That is a real good question.
Oh no.
Because I think it still happens. On miss. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. If you miss, the target and all creatures within 5 feet take the splash damage. So yes, it's only if you regular miss. But yeah, that's why a critical miss is no damage to anyone. So yes, they would all take 1 lightning damage from the splash. Yes.
That would be the case.
All
And I
right.
don't think the effect from the full damage, so they're not off guard or anything.
No, they won't get the effect. That's only on a hit. But they will take the splash damage. Yes. Well, I guess I probably should have rolled reflex saves, but whatever. Anyway, I think I don't know if there's reflex against splash. Actually, I'm not seeing very much about that. I think you just take the splash. It just is what it is. Okay. Either way.
That's my third action after moving, retching, and throwing. So.
Yeah. Okay. It is now Phil's turn. You're gonna attack first.
Gonna attack that guy right beside me.
Okay.
So 2 swings. Any of them hit?
Both of those are hits.
One's at a 13, one's at an 18.
The 13 is a miss, actually. The 18 will hit, but the 13 would miss because you're not retching first?
Yep.
Okay. Then, yeah, the 13
kinda
is a miss. So the 19 does hit, though. Or the 18 does. So 9 damage. Okay. He's looking very wounded.
YOLO!
One more. Oh, an improbable hit. An improbable hit. 16 is a hit. And another 9. You kill him. What happens?
Phil just keeps swinging towards his midsection because that's probably about as high as Phil is compared to him. And just hopefully cleaves him in 2 with the wild swings.
You gut this Zolgoth. And he is no more.
Oh, the joys of the +1 short sword.
Mhm.
I can safely take the -1 debuff.
Right, exactly, yep.
It's just my base level with that sword, so that's why I was going.
All right, up next is Bob's turn. Bob, you got a stinky fellow in your face, and you are feeling ill at the smell of him.
Yeah, what a stinky bitch. I think the best thing to do is just to try and cut him in half and hope that his guts don't smell any worse than the outside of them.
All right. So, yep, swing away.
That's a good hit.
19 is a hit.
I hope so.
Even with the retch, and he's at 18.
Yeah, so you said you're not retching, right? You're just
not yet
running for it. So an 18 is a hit for 12 damage. Good.
The 19 I think is already taken into account.
It is. Yeah,
that.
you've
So
got
I
you put
set
sickened.
myself to that
Good
sickened.
job. Yeah, good job.
I sickened myself.
Well done. Yes, that is something that all of you could have done is made yourself sickened, and it would have done all that automatically for you.
Well, you'd want to make yourself sick, I don't know. But you can do that.
You do a hefty blow to him. If you right-click your token, and off to the right, the middle thing is assigning status effects. And if you hover through, you can see that they are in alphabetical order. So you'll find sickened down there in the S's. And click that. There you go. Now you're sickened.
Well, Zeke's got like 5 things going on for him.
He's got a couple conditions going on right now. Yeah, we'll get to that here in a moment. But Bob, you still have 2 actions remaining.
Oh yeah, let's push the button to talk. This guy still looks quite happy.
No, he's hurt. That hurt. That hurt him quite a lot. He's not happy about that.
Let's hurt him again.
Oh, 16 is a hit. A palpable hit. Ooh, and that is enough to kill this one. What happens to this poor soul?
I guess, Bob considers that his guts can't smell any worse than the rest of him, so he just plunges the sword right into his stomach and drags a big slit. There's a little guts bubble out of the hole he's made, and the guy topples over backwards.
Alright.
And it does smell worse. Bob feels bad about that.
So, is that the end of your turn, Bob?
I'm going to retch with my final action.
Smart. Get rid of that sickened condition.
Yep.
Alright. It is now Zeke's turn. Zeke, you fell to 0 hit points as a result of a crit. which means you are now at dying 2. So what you're going to do now is roll a death check, which is a d20 without adding anything to it. The DC is 10 plus your dying condition, which in this case is 2. 17. That is a regular success. Your dying condition, the DC is 10. If they succeed, the dying condition value goes down by 1, so down to dying 1. If you fail, it would have gone up. So now you're at dying 1 and still unconscious.
I don't know how to get rid of it. How do I get rid of it?
It was actually already doing it.
It should have already done it
was?
automatically.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, now you're at dying 1. So yep, you're still unconscious and still in danger, but you are improving.
You're getting better.
You're getting better.
I like this.
Seleucos, it's your turn.
Okay, Seleucus doesn't know that Zeke's how he is, so he kind of wants to be helpful and cast Stabilize or Heal on him. But I'm going to cast Heal on myself first. No, I'm Wretch first to get rid of Second.
Wretch, okay. Yep, Wretch, action 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, pretty boring, but if I 2-action Heal.
On yourself?
Yep.
Okay.
Restores. Oh, back to maximum.
Yep. 11 points of healing for yourself.
Yep, and that very selfish turn is all I'm gonna do.
As Zeke writhes on the ground, dying actively.
And he's still smelly.
Now, Zeke, are there special things to do with your dying, or is it normal? Because of your ancestry. Out of curiosity, I don't know if it works differently or not. I don't think it does, but...
Let me take a look.
Yeah, go ahead and take a look at that while we move on. If that's the end of Seleucus' turn, that brings us back around to the top of the turn order, which means it's Zugoth's turn. Zugoth! 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 The Zolgoths run down and surround Bob. And begin...
Hey, look at me, you ugly gif.
Screeching wildly. Okay. This one here turns around, whips around at you, and begins clawing at your face. Phil. No. A 12. Then he tries to continue clawing at your face. Wow, the rolls are so bad. Okay. The other one tries to bite at Bob. Rawr. And then a claw, I guess. 19 to hit. At least we got fucking something. Criminy.
Yes.
Well, you got
did,
Zeke down.
because
Criminy.
My shield should no longer be raised, so you should. Yeah, that hits.
8 damage from his
Ew.
claws raking across you.
Should have used my final action to raise my shield.
That brings us.
Aggression.
I have a question. Are these guys like disease carriers? Is that something we need to worry about?
No one has rolled any in any checks or anything to see what these things are, so you have no idea.
He's an expert on diseases. He'll let you know if he feels anything.
It's Heartbone's turn.
Well, I will aim for this one. Sorry about the splash damage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 21 is a hit.
That's 9 lightning damage to the one.
That's
north
9.
of-
And then it's splash damage, 1 damage to everyone around.
The one north of Bob is also off guard.
Right. And
Nice.
you are off guard, off guard, off guard. Off guard.
It's bug.
There we go, and Bob takes 1 splash damage as well from the electricity. All right.
Dagger at that one.
Okay, go ahead. Roll
Probably
your
missed, but hey,
and make sure it's the second MAP. This is your second attack. Yep, you got that. That is a miss. Yep.
that'll do it for me.
That's it. Okay. QW's turn is over. Fill the short. And actually, you two could have done whatever order
That's
you
why-
wanted. But
Yeah, that's why I was asking earlier.
yeah, my bad. I forgot about that. But
Ooh.
a swing and a miss. 18 is a
Hey.
hit, though. An 8 damage. Very good. And another miss. Okay, you still haven't
Hello.
retched, right?
Correct. Because it's a +1.
Hmm.
I'm basically striking at my normal attack
Mhm.
with that sword.
I see.
I'm just hoping to keep that thing's attention.
Oh, you did put the second on. I see it now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I was able to just compare against, and we're good. All right. So you deal 8 damage in one of your swings to the Zolgoth, and use all 3 of your actions to swing away. That brings us.
Yep. Just trying to keep its attention on me.
Yeah. That brings us to Bob's turn. All right, Bobbert. What do you got?
More of the same.
More of the
Another
same.
big sword swing at this guy to the north of me this time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's off guard.
Yes. So he has a minus. I think it's like a minus
Was that-
2. But
It's a full swing.
12 is a hit because he's off guard.
Ah,
Yay!
So that is a hit. Seven damage. Okay. He's not looking good. He's bleeding
Might as
heavily.
well hit him again then. Might as well hit him again.
A big hit. I believe you'll kill in one. Yeah, if you get a +4 by default, right? Yeah, you'll kill him in no
Yeah.
matter what you roll. So, what happens to this shitlord?
Well, yeah, he gets stabbed right through the throat and out the back of his neck because Bob doesn't want to spill any more guts because they smell so bad.
They do smell bad. They smell worse from the inside.
Mm.
All right, that brings us down. Oh wait, you still would have 2 more actions, Bob.
Two. I should have one left. I had 2 attacks.
Oh, you did 2 attacks. Yeah, that's my bad.
Oh, why not? With my one more action, I'm going to go for my very unlikely hit on the other guy.
The very difficult.
I mean,
Remains.
It worked for Phil. It,
it
might
could
work
happen.
for you.
It could.
It nearly did.
That's a miss.
It looked like it was going to sit on 16, and then it was like, nah.
It could have hit potentially. All right, brings us back to Zeke's turn. Zeke, you're still unconscious on the ground. You have another death check. This time DC 11. Ooh, and a 10. That's a failure by 1. I think it probably does all it automatically for you when you're rolling your death checks, so you should be good. Should have taken you
does.
back to dying 2. Okay. Seleucos. Fear.
Kind of want to heal Zeke, but at the same time,
Well,
this thing does need dealing with.
yeah.
I'll move up and I'll try to fight it to death.
Give it a bite. You got a 17. That's a hit.
17.
Yep, that'll hit. 4 damage.
Minimum damage.
Okay. ticking away at him. He's bleeding heavily, but still standing.
Are you going with a claw attack?
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Yep. 14 is a hit. And another 6 damage. Ooh, he's barely standing. Still up, but just barely.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. It whips back around to the Zolgoth's turn. He's bleeding.
Take a bite of me.
Bleeding heavily. He swings wildly at everyone. First, he tries to bite at Phil. Then he tries to claw Seleucos. Then he tries to claw Bob. In a wild dervish. All right, 16 to hit Phil.
6. Wait, what?
Or 26, I mean. Sorry.
So,
16
okay,
is fine.
yeah, he doesn't beat my AC by 10, so I'm okay with
So
that.
not a crit, but it's still a hit.
Not a crit.
Okay.
Yep. If it was a crit, I could even do an action to reduce the hit by buffing my AC by 2.
Okay, well, either way, you take 6 piercing damage from the bite. 21 hit you, Seleucos.
Yep.
Okay. You take 7 damage from the claw. And Bob, a 20 hits you.
Yes, it does.
You take 8 damage from his whirling, crazy, last-ditch effort.
Full marks for effort.
Heartbone and Phil.
Harpon, let me finish the job.
Oh, let me tend to the wounded.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay, sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna move over to here. And then just use my medical training to try and stabilize it.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. I think it's just 10, right? To stabilize.
I don't know. This is actually the first time I've done it.
Let's take a look. Stabilize. If they're dying, you can spend 1 resolve point to stabilize. No, that's something different. That's not what I'm looking for. DC is... Roll is 5 plus the recovery roll, so his recovery roll right now is 11, so 16, I believe.
I can't seem to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, it's 15.
If you have a moment.
15 plus their dying value, so 16.
Try it again. Use 2 of those electric vials as a handcrafted heart starter.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I can only do that once.
I am looking that up. Yeah, I'm not positive. Administer first aid. Dying, blah, blah, blah. You can administer first aid again to attempt to remedy the other effect. Yeah, you can just do it again. You just have to have... Do you have a healer's toolkit? You do have that, right?
Just using straight medicine.
You have to have a healer's toolkit to administer first aid.
Then I cannot do that.
Right.
In which case, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so Phil, give me your checks. That's a hit. Yay.
I don't think I need to roll for damage.
You
do
really
I?
only needed the first one, yeah. Going a little overboard.
I just wanted Bill to go with a flurry of blows.
Okay. Well, he does.
He basically leaps forward and just keeps stabbing it in the chest until it falls backwards while he's still stabbing him.
It had 1 HP left.
Just out of curiosity.
It had 1 HP.
I didn't realize you could do administer first aid in battle.
Yes, I think. No, actually, no. You're right. I don't think you can. Because
there's a feat for that, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a feat for that. Yeah, combat
medicine.
Battle medicine. Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's
Yeah. So you actually cannot. Now that I think about it, it's a good point.
Yeah, I am gonna try and stabilize.
Now that you're out of combat,
Zeke.
try and stabilize Zeke. You succeed in stabilizing him using mundane medicines and a healing kit.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna volunteer to heal anyone who wants it, which I'm gonna guess includes Zeke. So I'll
Is that all you say? Is that you'll heal
go
anyone?
first. Well, we'll see if
I'm
I.
not gonna specify.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, they know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Bandages
they
and
have-
poultice, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Would you warn them if you were about to cast a
So that's
magical
just-
healing spell, though, is my question.
Kind of. I'd complain that the necessity of wasting a spell slot.
Using up your energy.
So Zeke, yeah, you gain 11 hit points. Do you need any more healing?
use positive energy?
He's not. No, he's using normal
Nope.
medical training.
Okay. I get 10 hit points.
So
So I remove the
11.
dying condition.
Yeah, you would have been stabilized first, so he did that first, which brought you out of dying. Which would have been you would still be unconscious, but you would now have the wounded 2 condition from coming up from dying. But once he treats your wounds, I believe that gets removed as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Medicine check, blah blah blah. Yes.
Yeah. So, do you need any more healing, or is that good enough?
I'll be fine.
So yeah, that would remove your wounded condition too. The healing he's doing would have done that.
Oh, good.
I'll gladly take some heals.
All right, so that's 10 minutes so far, right?
Okay, I will
Or
heal you next.
20?
Yep.
30?
That's,
Okay.
I only need 6.
You regain 10 hit points.
As you're
Excellent. Back up.
Anybody else need healing?
as you're standing
Bob
there,
would like to get in the queue.
as you're standing there, starting to do the healing, is something you know does take time. It's about 10 minutes per treat wound session or so.
Yep.
You're hearing noises from further down the tunnel. Definite moving noises, shuffling. You definitely hear like some chatter and other things.
Okay, that is a fail, but because it's not a critical, it doesn't actually do any harm.
Right. It just doesn't.
So I'm gonna
do
try
anything
and treat
useful
Bob
either.
again.
Right. No sooner am I healed than
Yeah.
I'm going to place those 2 spike traps down at the entrance.
Okay. So you set up a couple spike
That's
traps.
9 points of healing.
Thank you.
9 points of healing for Bob. Are you okay now?
Much better. I'm still some way off full, but I'm just over half now.
So that's where I've set up the
Oh
2
well,
traps.
I'll try it again then.
They only take up 1 square.
Right,
I'm not
Wow.
sure.
They do only take up 1 square, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's why I've left it as just the icons as where the trap is.
I see.
You meant business with that one.
Yeah, you did.
and And this final thing, hopefully, is for me.
So you spend the better part of an hour and a half healing the party and yourself.
Yeah, an hour, give or take.
Okay.
How much longer are we going for?
Let's see. We probably will be going to finish up soon. I was planning on wrapping up around now time frame. Wise, I was hoping we would get through more of this than we did, but we didn't. That's okay. I could go a little longer if you guys want to do like one more like room or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, we could also call it done after that particular combat and all the healing and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've got. Yeah, not sure I've got time to go that much further.
Okay, totally fine. We'll call it done. A 4-hour session's about standard, so.
Yep.
We'll call it done.
I'm good calling it.
After the Zolgoth fight, you are all rested up and healed and ready to continue your adventure in the dungeon, which we will do next time on the Menace Under Otari Newbie campaign. I want to thank you all for joining me today and playing some Menace Under Otari with me. We'll do some more later. I don't know whether we're doing that next or whatever. We'll talk about that after the stream's over. But for now, everyone, goodbye.